Politics. I'm your host, Dougie. This is my co-host, Bray. This is episode 37 of season 2. And we have a nice slew of headlines from across the world. We got some stuff from South America involving Venezuela. We have classic Trump news because, can't go 1 week without talking about Trump. We have lots of European news because, you guys just make it too easy for us. And we have some Asian news today. So yeah, we've got a nice little broad stuff. And we've got tons of weird viral moments that happened this week. I don't know what the fuck. It's so weird how we flop from a no news week to just all of a sudden there's like 8 viral events.
Doug, it's all planned. We're living in the fucking Truman Show.
Dude, okay, you want to know something? I'm starting to think so too, and this is why. So it was like, you know how last week or the week before we talked about that trucker who killed people in Florida?
Yeah.
A couple months before that, Trump said that he was going to ban people who couldn't speak English from operating those trucks.
Yeah.
And he has this nasty, insane habit of being able to predict what's going to happen in the future. Now, I don't know if, the headlines are intentionally directed like that, where he says, we're going to do this, and then to prove his point, all of a sudden they, drop the information. But it's just so weird that a month before, or a month after, he says that no one who can speak English will be driving these trucks. All of a sudden, some people who can't speak English pull off an illegal U-turn and kill a family of 3. You know what I'm saying? And this isn't the only time. He did it with Canada. He said a lot of illegals were coming from Canada. Ironically or coincidentally, these people came from Canada. He said a lot of drugs were coming from Canada. Turns out that's true, right? He said a bunch of illegals are coming over to Mexico. I'm not trying to clout Trump, but what the fuck? How do they know? How does he know?
It's all pre-planned, Doug. It's all scripted. Everything that happens in the upper echelon of society,
I'm starting to think so
i.e.
too.
the government, it's all scripted. Everything from the media to Hollywood to the government to foreign intelligence, it's all scripted. Very carefully, almost to the point where you wouldn't even, most people don't notice it, right? Most people go about their daily lives. They go to work, they go home, they flicker goon, they invest in a hobby. Maybe they read a book. I doubt it, but maybe they read a book, right? When was the last time you saw a Barnes & Noble in your neighborhood that was doing so well they were giving out money? You know what I mean?
I haven't in a while. I'm so sad about it too because I love Barnes & Nobles.
Yeah, it's great. Now if you go into a Barnes & Noble, it's all plushies and Dungeons and Dragons dice and scented candles. Okay, I like the candles, but everything else is bizarre. And manga, you got some manga in there. It's not technically literature. I went to go buy a book the other day, Doug, and I'll show you the book. I have it right here, actually.
Oh wow, you bought a book?
I know, right? Called by Brandon Sanderson. It's high fantasy. Called the Way of Kings. Right?
Yeah.
Guess how far I made it into this book, Doug?
First page.
Close. I made it.
It's a big book.
It is a big book. It's over 1,000 pages. I made it to page 32.
What happened? You just got bored, or?
I read the first chapter, and then it's been sitting on my nightstand ever since.
Gotcha.
But that's the problem. That's the problem with the younger generation nowadays, Doug. We can't stick it out, right?
See, this is an actual study proved this, by the way. It was particularly pertaining to AI, which I don't really know how they drew the conclusion when considering AI has only been out for a short time period. But they were saying how the attention span for our generation is in the shitter. It's decreasing even faster because of AI, and the aptitude for us to try and achieve our long-term goals, or just goals that take longer than normal, it just keeps it's in a massive downward trend.
Yeah.
It's just not there anymore.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting a flip phone, Doug, if I'm being honest with you.
Social media, right? It cooks you, huh? I feel the same way, John.
Yeah.
I'm like, fucking hell.
like I don't know. I feel like my brain is like fried. Like every time I go
Oh, it
on,
is.
it's always Hitler this and yeah. How many more times am I gonna have to listen to a racist meme with Jesse J Domino playing in the background? You know what I mean? It's like how many times can I really handle this? You know?
Dude, okay, I'll say this. I like swore off social media, I think it was last year, and I was doing a really
Yeah,
good job. However, I installed Instagram, and listen, I mocked everyone who used social media before. I like, you guys are a bunch of idiots, and all of a sudden,
yeah,
Instagram, dude, I can't, man. I can't. I get it. I'll just say that. I get it. The AI stuff is so fucking funny. Me and Ryan have just been sending AI like League of Legend memes to each other. They're so funny, dude.
yeah,
It's like Jarvan running
yeah,
in the jungle, and he's like, "Oh shit, my Yasuo's gonna AFK and feed. Oh no, Scion's ult." Dude, I'm fucking
yeah.
dying the whole time. I can't. I can't, man. It's too funny.
Yeah, and you see all the shit I send you on
Oh
Instagram.
yeah, yeah. You and Ryan spam me all day. You, Ryan, and my friend Alex spam me all day long. I can't click on all this shit, dude. You guys like, I can't. I can't do it.
I it's suffocating though, isn't it? It
No,
really is.
no. There's a very visible effect, and it affects your long term like ability to just focus. I mean, I used to watch a lot of movies every day, and
Yeah,
sometimes I would stop
that's
halfway
not a
through
good
if I had to go
example.
to bed.
Movies are
Well,
made by pedophiles.
okay, yes, but okay, I mean, I can do reading too, but I would read, I'd watch movies, and even just long form content in general. And I feel like now I can only make it through about halfway through, and I'm like, I like leave it, start something else. Even when I'm just working, I find myself doing
Yeah,
this, like to my second monitor, even though nothing's on it. I'm just like this every 5 minutes.
yeah,
There's nothing there, and I'm just for no reason,
yeah.
for absolutely no reason. Yeah, it's social
I
media.
mean,
It cooks you.
to be honest, like once I'm home, I'm not on Instagram unless I'm about to go to sleep or I'm in the restroom. Once I'm at home, I'm typically doing three things at once. I have Discord open in one monitor. I have YouTube open on another monitor playing anime or music, and then on my main monitor I have a game of some sort. And that's typically how I spend the rest of my day once I get home. Is that trifecta?
Yeah.
The Discord open, reading what people are posting, the anime playing on the left monitor while a game is going on. I'm doing like three or four things at once, and I don't know. I mean, after a while, maybe we just need to go back to flip phones, Doug. The mini disc players, Doug. This is what I'm saying. Mini disc players.
I mean, whatever you need, whatever keeps you off social media. I don't. I'll say this: the one thing I don't like is how many people. I don't know if they are just saying they don't realize that it's social media that's causing the harm, but a lot of them are just like, "Oh, I have ADHD." Guys, I don't know. I just have ADHD. It's like, dude. I mean, yes, maybe kind of just because of how mental illness is classified, but like you stare at your phone all day flipping through memes and you don't ever try and even extend your ability to focus. Like, that's not even something that's talked about. People don't talk about your ability to extend your ability to focus, which you can do. It's not hard. You sit down and you try your best to make it through any form of, I don't know, long form content or, a day's project or something. No one's even trying. Instead,
Yeah,
they intentionally rot themselves and then they go, "Oh, I don't know. I just have ADHD, man. I don't know."
yeah,
It's like, dude, no, you don't. And
yeah.
it's worse. It's worse for the generation after us. It's bad for them. They're fucking tweaking, dude.
Well, yeah, but they're tweaking in a good way, in an anti-Semitic way, I might add.
Okay, I'm going to assume that those two things are combined for you.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's
which
fine.
is which is fine. But it's like I remember back before phones, because I remember before phones, because I was in the generation between, Gen Z and the millennials, the zillennials. I was
Hmm.
born yeah, I think you were kind of born kind of close to that area.
Yeah, even I'm
Yeah,
older. I'm pretty sure I'm older than you. So yeah,
yeah. So I got to see because I didn't own a phone. I didn't own like an actual phone where I could text someone until I was like 15 years old. So I was in like sophomore year of school.
really.
Yep.
You couldn't
So
even you didn't even own a flip phone where you could text. Oh, really? Huh.
nope.
Okay.
I couldn't text anyone. My parents, my dad specifically would not give me a phone.
Mm.
And I never really understood that until I guess, sometime later on where smartphones became this like kind of disease. But yeah, I didn't own a phone until I was like 15. Like I had a phone, but all I could do was call. And it was only for like if I went missing or something, pretty much. Like
Mm.
life alert for kids.
I gotcha.
So all my friends were texting. They were on, social media stuff. They were, texting each other back in the day, right? And then smartphones came out. And then I didn't get like I got like an iPhone 3 GS when I was in sophomore year of high school. And I remember the day that Snapchat came out. And I I was like, and I think back then people also used Kick, and I was just like I made an account, and I was just like, so what do I do? I talk to people on this thing, and everyone was just like, yeah, you send pictures and
I
videos to
forgot
people,
about
and
Kick, dude. What the fuck?
yeah, Kick I think got kind of had a lot of sanctions put on it because a lot of pedophilia was going on over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I think that, but Snapchat kind of managed to avoid that whole situation, but I don't know how, but they did.
Because of the
But it was kind of like,
deletion of photos, the messages that
yeah,
self-deleting.
yeah, and Kick didn't really incorporate that, so maybe been part of the reason why. I wasn't really, well, once again, I wasn't really too hip with it. Right, I'm still not all that hip with it. I just like the Instagram reels. That's all I really
I know
use.
they're so fucking
Yeah,
funny.
they're funny.
Yeah.
But back then, for me, it was like I didn't really talk to people anyway. So having all this social media was like I didn't care. Like I used, I, I don't think you were there for it, but I made back then. I loved messing around with computers and like different applications and stuff. And back then, I loved messing around with macros. And I had a lemon spam way back before spam detection on Facebook. I would I would go to like Matt's or Ian's or like Facebook posts, and I would just start up a macro before I went into school at like 5 in the morning, and my computer would run all day, and it would just spam
Oh
lemon,
my
and then
god.
I would just set it. I would just start up the macro, and the entire macro was enter lemon, press enter, and it would just repeat that process infinitely. And so I just let it do that, and then I just went to school, and then I'd come back home.
Holy shit.
Even now, you can look at some of the posts today, and you can't make it to the bottom. It's not hard.
That's so fucking funny.
They were pissed. Ian was pissed. Matt was pissed. I think I did it to Julia too. They
That's pretty funny.
I was the reason they blocked their notifications. It was the greatest fucking thing. Back then, trolling was so much easier to do, and it was more fun when you did it too. Nowadays, you have things like spam detection and all that jazz, so it's not the same anymore.
People
But
are
it
also more
was,
aware.
yeah. But yeah, no, social media has taken over society, and I
Yeah.
think it's time to go back to a time where the internet was a place at home on your computer, not in your pocket wherever you go. And I think that's kind of what we need to get back to.
I mean, I don't know if I agree or disagree. I would normally just be like, yeah, I agree. I'm just more interested into seeing how AI shapes
All right, all
this.
right. Yeah. All right. So when you leave the house with your phone on, and we're only discussing the times where you're outside of your house and you
Hmm.
have your phone on you,
Yeah.
what percentage of the usage that you have on your phone while you're outside the house would you say is absolutely necessary and
I
critical?
don't use it outside that. Like there's like one rule that I stick to no matter what, and that's if I'm spending time with somebody else, I don't use my phone. I find it
Yeah, no, but the times,
extremely disrespectful to do it.
yeah, yeah, but the times when you are using it,
Uh,
what percent? Like what?
I would say maybe like 85%.
80% is completely necessary. You'd say.
Yeah, like I'm checking for a message or I'm working, I'm looking,
Yeah.
yeah. So when I'm outside the house, to be honest, I'm pretty strict about it. Again, just because if I'm going outside the house, I'm usually spending time with somebody.
Yeah.
So,
For me, it's about 10%. I'm just scrolling
oh.
Instagram reels.
Okay, fair enough.
So for me, I'd probably be better off with like a flip phone, right? Just because it would just help me Well, actually, Doug, no, I'm starting to take that back now. I'm actually gonna backpedal a little bit here. I think people are actually worthless. So I actually like social media because it distracts me from all the worthless people in my life. So you know what, Doug? Counterpoint: people suck, society sucks. My phone is more enjoyable. Counterpoint.
I I found myself in an awkward position. I'm not gonna. I'll take responsibility. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I do use it,
Yeah,
unnecessarily. I spend too much time looking at reels. My biggest fault right now is that I use it for work too. So that's a problem
yeah,
for me. That's a really big problem for me, where it's like, fuck,
yeah,
dude. I mean, I should just be a grown adult and delete Instagram, right?
yeah.
uh, but it's tough.
But yeah, I mean, just today I sent like 3 racist reels to people. It's like, how do
How
you
do you,
stop?
how do you stop doing it? I will say
Yeah, like
from
just today.
yeah.
I just sent. Let me see what I just sent Matt.
Oh
Like I
boy.
just sent Matt something not too long ago, and
Oh
I
boy.
always sent him shit. Like let me show you. Let me show you this. Like, look at this.
Hey, show me. Show the show. Oh man.
Look at
It's
this.
so funny, and I don't want to call out Ryan at all, but he's such a busy guy. Like he's always working, but somehow he also always finds time to spam me with reels all day long. And I'm like, dude, you have an important job. You have pretty you know busy work hobbies. You have a pretty
Yeah.
active social life. How do you find the time to spam me with reels, bro? You spam what the fuck? Oh my
Yeah. I
god.
mean, it's respectable and commendable, but at the same time, it's dangerous for society to continue sending reels.
Okay, well, here's the interesting part is what happens when it's AI content that takes over. So I talked about it earlier where I love the AI stuff, and
Yeah.
I guess the most obvious thing that'll happen is that it'll become endless, right? So you
Yeah.
endlessly watch a league game where fucking Jarvan
Yeah.
is live streaming through the jungle and he's like, chat,
Yeah.
look, I'm gonna go take on Red Buff. I got 2 HP. Fuck chat. It killed me. I'm gonna go back. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just the
Yeah.
2 minute clip. Now it's infinite, it's infinitely going on. So I'm really
Yeah.
curious how that kind of shapes social media in general. I feel like that would be I'm not gonna lie, I would watch that, dude. I would watch Jarvan live streaming, as if he's a live streamer in the middle of his game, running around. I'm gonna gank bot lane. I'm ulting. He's Demacia double kill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would fucking watch the shit out of that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and here's the problem, Doug. Here's the problem. AI is advancing too quickly. Like
Oh
the
yeah,
algorithm is too strong.
I
It's too
know.
strong. It knows
Dude,
exactly what I want to see.
I said, what was it, a couple months ago, I was like, hey, watch when AI takes over the feeds, right? Watch when happens. Dude, it's got me. I'm not gonna lie. I knew it was coming. It's got me
Yeah.
hooked. Fuck. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree
You got
with you. I agree.
conspiracy Peter.
Conspiracy Peter, yeah. He's one of my favorites. I get him all the time too. I love when he starts talking about the banking system. I'm like, dude, what do you
Yeah.
want me to do with this information, dude? Like, what do you want me
Yeah.
to do? Oh man.
Well, the thing that's so crazy to me is that like if it wasn't for these Instagram reels, I feel like a lot more people would be unaware as to what's happening in the upper echelons
True.
of the government as well. So at that point, I think it's a positive because now we know what the problem is. Isn't that right, Gen Z? We know what we need to do. Hmm? Gen Z, we're awake now.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. But it's like I will say there has been some positives to it, but there's been a lot of negatives too, where it just takes our focus away from everything. We're not engaging with the real world anymore. We're engaging with Solomon. King Solomon. Create ways to see without seeing and ways to hear without hearing. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
eh, yeah, it's definitely very cultish, occult like,
I don't know
very
if it's
demonic
called.
in a way.
I don't know. I mean, whatever. It's interesting to say the least. And as it grows, I find myself wanting to become a homesteader more than anything. Like I
Mm,
long for never having to look at another fucking computer screen ever again. Because I agree with you
yeah,
where it's like the more I'm in it, the more I'm just like I kind of just want to experience the real world more.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I'll experience the real world after the next World of Warcraft expansion. Then I'll probably do it.
Video games, in my opinion, are by far the worst because you always end up in the cycle of, well, after this next game comes out, after this next game comes out, dude,
Eh.
the video game thing is so endless. There is always something to play. Always something to play.
Yeah, except Hollow Knight, because I've tried playing Hollow Knight, and I do okay. You know what I don't do okay with? Having to run around across the fucking map trying to figure out where the fuck I'm supposed to be going, and then dying in a pit of acid.
You don't like it?
That's
You
what
don't
I
like
don't
that game?
like. I can't find where the fuck am I supposed to go, you psychos? You can give me a fucking arrow or something. You won't even bother to show me where my fucking body is. You'll just put like a little black ghost on the map in like a very obscure location, and I have to buy the charm that allows me to see my location on the map. Who the fuck came up with this psychotic game? I'm done playing it. I'm done playing it.
That's
Like
so
I
funny.
can't deal with it. I beat the first boss. It was easy peasy. And then it's like, oh, I found the second boss. I die. Okay, how do I get back there? I don't even fucking remember how to get back there. It's like everywhere I go, oh, that's a dead end. You're gonna need to go to a different section for that. What the fuck is this? Ocarina of Time? Dark Souls? What the fuck is happening? I can't. It's a 2D platformer. How many possible exits and entrances can you come up with? You some fuck.
I
can't.
love the return of platformers. I think it's so awesome.
I can't. No, if I go on a tirade about it, I'll lose my fucking mind. I'll lose my mind. Because I spent $8 on the game, Doug. I spent $8. Okay, that's $8 I'm never gonna get back. $8 of enjoyment. Yeah. Yeah, but you're gonna see my playtime at 50 hours in 2 years, and I'm still not gonna have beaten the game.
That's pretty funny.
It's sad.
It's interesting.
Cool.
Well, the sequel comes out. What's that? Next week? Next month?
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
very
next month or
anticipated.
something like that. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's move on to news, Doug.
All right, we'll move on to news. I do want to start with Frank Caprio's death. That happened, I think.
Who?
Frank Caprio, you've probably seen clips of him. Yeah, we can watch a few clips. He was the judge, I believe, a Floridian judge, and he was known for being really kind. So, you've just probably seen clips. Just pull up clips of him. It's the the better way people would recognize him.
Yeah.
Go on X and type his name. Go on YouTube, look in shorts. I don't know if I guess this works too.
Well, now it's all gonna be death shorts.
No, no. He was very old, but yeah, we can put on some of this.
He's really having a tough time, Your Honor. I think we can all express our sympathy to you. I don't care what you came in for today. I was going to dismiss it.
Can I give you a hug?
Come on up here.
Just 3 of the many examples of Judge Frank
I try and
Caprio's
skip
kindness.
through whenever the lady talks.
So it makes me feel good.
Give a fuck about her.
Okay.
The judge who died's young mom had
Yeah, I mean,
the
we
judge who
don't need to dive too deep, but you've probably seen clips of him, and he was just known for being very lenient, not in a bad way, just in like someone comes in and for fuck, they ran a red light while their mother was dying in the back seat or some shit, and he's just like, okay, well, I'm not charging this person. Or one of the more famous clips is some like 90-year-old dad taking care of his 70-year-old son, stuff like that. He's just known for being that guy, super kind. And he passed away, the goat. Just a little quick, I wanted to acknowledge him because I watched a lot of his videos, and yeah, he passed away, man. Feels bad.
I didn't really.
You never seen
I
any
think I
of
may
his
have
stuff?
seen like one of these.
Yeah,
I've
sure.
seen like maybe one clip. Yeah, but I don't know. Not really. Not really. Too aware of the guy.
It's fair. It is fair. He's a native.
More importantly, Tectone got banned on Twitch.
I don't know why that's important. Isn't he one of the pedophiles too? I can't. These fucking Minecraft YouTubers.
I don't think he's a pedophile. I do think he got acquitted
called out for
of the
something,
whole
right?
sexual. He got called out for like sexual abuse allegations, but apparently he got acquitted of those.
Okay.
And that was dropped. But I do think he is 100% just a scumbag.
Okay. What did he get banned for?
He said the F word.
Mm. Oh,
On
dude, I can't
Twitch.
wait for that word to come back. That's such a banger one.
That's exactly what he was talking about too. And then he got banned. And I guess apparently people were saying the only reason he said the F word was to divert the attention away from him saying someone should kill like someone, and because that's technically a felony.
Yeah.
And then so he just started saying the F word to divert from it. Now he's making a apology video, I guess, or an I got banned video, explanation banned video. I don't know.
Don't understand streaming on Twitch right now. I'm not gonna lie. I see a lot of small-time streamers, sub 500 views streaming on Twitch, and I just don't get it, dude. Streaming on Kick is a far better offer. Streaming on Rumble is a far better offer. You should just run off with your viewership onto these other two platforms. First of all, you can say whatever you want, mostly, and you can kind of show mostly whatever you want. Like, I don't. If you're a grown adult streaming on Twitch, I have a lot of questions for you. I'm just saying that. If you're a grown woman, I mean, let's be honest, most of them are fucking, making bank off the 13-year-olds, but no one's gonna talk about that shit because it's females.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But
Greg,
I don't like. Yeah, go ahead. You should just stream on Kick, man. He'll make way more money. What is his average viewership?
Okay, it's like this. It's like this, Doug. It's like this. Okay, you walk into the city and you see 3 places. One place has good food. However, the people suck and the people serving you the food suck. And everything is pricey. That is Twitch. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, then you got Kick. The food is good. The place is trashy. The administration is probably part of the mafia.
yeah, for sure.
And the other streamers on the platform are busy flicker gooning in the corner of the restaurant.
True.
So, and then you got Rumble. It's a ghost town. The food is okay. The administration is nowhere to be seen until your order is already on the table. And once you finish, you kind of felt the same way when you entered. Okay. Now, I like Rumble. I like Twitch. I like Kick. All of them have their vices.
I don't.
Twitch.
Dude, I don't use Twitch anymore, dude. I don't use it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't used it in a long time. I just use it to get the Twitch drops.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, no. Twitch is entering a very weird, because there's also, I don't know if you heard about the view botting thing.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know why anyone is surprised, like, at all. But go ahead and explain for the class.
All right. Essentially, sponsors. And this wasn't like, I mean, I guess some of the streamers were buying view bots for themselves, right? And what view botting is when, essentially you have a bunch of unique IP addresses that you set up and you send them through a server, and they ping the stream of the person that the IP addresses are viewing, that, and artificially inflates the viewership numbers on the stream, right? Now, there's been some streamers, typically female streamers, that have had naturally like 2,000 viewers, and now they're at like less than 200 viewers, right? And even then, some of those may be botted, right? And then you have people like Asmongold who are sitting at 60,000, and then after the view botting bans, he went to about 40,000. Now, I think it's important to mention this. Tectone, Hassan Piker, Asmongold, Mr. Beast, Ms. Kiff, they're all owned by a company called Night Media. They're owned by the same talent agency. And Night Media, what they did was essentially they had conversations with people like AT&T, Verizon. I can go down the line. The big brand name companies. And these companies were like, "Hey, we'd love to sponsor you and get our ads on your streams. And, in return, instead of paying you, we'll view bot your stream. And we'll inflate your numbers so that you can help us push our philosophy and our products." And that's essentially what happened. That's why Asmongold is so popular nowadays, is because of view botting. That's why Tectone is so popular. That's why Miskiff, Kaisenat, maybe even Speed. That's why all of these top like 100 streamers are all popular for the most part, like 80% of them.
Oh yeah,
Most streamers that have
it gets even a little crazier. So not only do these ad companies then push the view botting onto the streamers who then get paid,
Yeah.
through the ads. But because nobody's actually watching it, they shouldn't get paid, right? No one's actually watching the ad. It's just a bot.
Yeah.
But Twitch, looks at the analytics and sees all these viewers, and then it goes to advertising companies and says, look, we have all these viewers. You should pay to have ads, and we will show them to all these viewers. And so then Twitch gets kicked back too. And here's why I think Kick is got a really good idea. Kick does not pay based on views. It pays hourly, and then it gives you a bonus per activity. So likes, chatting. If you chat in a Kick streamer's chat, they get paid for that.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So they get paid for interactivity to help bypass the bots. Now, do I think eventually it's going to be, it's not going to, bots will figure a way to do that too? Yes.
Probably.
But currently, their system is a lot better. And I just don't understand, specifically male streamers, I don't understand why they don't go to Kick. I don't get it. You get your ad revenue's way more. A lot of the kind of mid-level streamers are already streaming to both Kick and Twitch is getting pissed about it. But like, dude, you should get paid based on interactivity. Twitch is a bubble. Twitch is a financial fucking shithole bubble where it's just a bunch of... Yeah, go ahead.
Well, Twitch, once again, Twitch is owned by Amazon, and Amazon is a giant, right? And it's resting on the laurels of Amazon's big toe. You know what I mean? It's just chilling there on top of it. Amazon's big toe, and it's not going to collapse. If it falls down, Amazon will just pick it up, be like, fee fi fo fum, get back on my toe, chum, and then they'll just pick it back up and put it back on the fucking toe, right? And that's just kind of how it is, right? It doesn't matter what happens. Twitch is always going to be around as long as people are ordering off Amazon, which I think like 60% of all online orders are done through Amazon now. So.
I would imagine it's more, but I do expect more people to swap to Kick. I don't think the high level people, like Kaisenat, fucking Speed. I don't think the high level people who have signed, deals with Twitch are gonna swap. But I do expect the mid level streamers between, 500 to 1K.
Well,
I expect them.
They
to swap.
got some bad press recently. Kick did from the John Pormanov issue.
What the fuck is that? Explain that. I don't know what that is.
You don't know. You don't know. Oh, you don't know. All right. So essentially, there is a guy that was struggling financially.
Oh, is it the French guy who killed himself?
No, he didn't. He didn't kill himself. He was killed by just abuse.
Oh, okay. So yeah, sorry. Explain the whole thing.
So essentially, there was I'll go back to what I was saying before. This is the guy right here. He was struggling for money financially, and he had mental issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because close to being mentally handicapped, but not necessarily there. And he needed money, and he knew some guys that were pretending to be his friends, essentially, and they would, give him, he'd kind of get paid, right? But they would essentially abuse him on live stream on Kick. And, they would do things like hitting him, throwing pies in his face, hitting him with shit, keeping him awake long past the time where he should have been asleep, using like a motorcycle that they dragged into the apartment. And they live streamed all of it, right?
Oh, wow.
All of the abuse they did to him. And I think he just died from too much stress and not enough sleep and just dehydration, just a mixture of a bunch of different things because of all the shit they were doing to him. And he was crying at one point, and they had called his mother and taunted his mother while he was crying in the background. Yeah, so this is some pretty fucked up shit, right? And this was happening on Kick, right? And so now there's a $50 million lawsuit, I think, that's active right now against Kick because of all this entire situation. And these guys are currently detained, I believe. And you can see right here, UHG, this may be the main company, LLC versus Tatiana Permanova. Yeah, and essentially this is going to
They'll
be a
probably
huge,
just
huge
settle.
deal.
I don't think it'll
They
matter. I
have
think
to.
they'll just settle out of court. What I don't understand is, I don't want to downplay this. It's obviously a big deal. However, do I think? I mean, there's plenty of people who do similar things on YouTube There's that one guy who keeps going viral for doing like the most insane shit. He locked himself in a box he stayed awake for like I can't even remember, it was like 30 something days or some shit. He like tried to break the record.
Yeah.
And then again, I want to keep bringing it back to Twitch because I don't know how they get away with titty streamers, showing their shit to children all the time, and that's not controversial at all, ever.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, Doug, if I had to choose a lesser two evils versus the crazy shit that happens on Kick, versus some titty streamers on Twitch, I think I'd rather have my kid watching the titty streamers. At least that means my kid was straight. You know what I mean?
Well, that's why no one cares about it, right? It's just dudes looking at titty streamers. It shouldn't be a problem. But
yeah, as long as they're not using my fucking credit card. If they start using my credit card, I'm gonna get beat, kid.
My point is, I don't think Kick is responsible here because I've seen equal or worse shit on YouTube and Twitch, and it's not nearly a headline. And the only reason I think this is a headline is because Amazon and YouTube are probably pushing it to decrease competition. Yep. So I'm not going to buy into it.
I'm so proud of you. You're thinking like a true conspiracy theorist now.
No, I've always thought like that. Like, it's dude. I hate to bring it back to this, and again, the shit that goes on between the Jews and Palestinians is fucking crazy. But like, there's been like 8 genocides in Ethiopia. There's a genocide in Syria all before this. Like, there's genocides all over Africa all the time. And I read about them, and I was like, oh, that's pretty fucked up. That's crazy. Nobody else, blinks an eye. And I'm talking about numbers way worse than, even the 50,000 Palestinians. Way worse, dude. I'm talking like 100,000+. Dude, just last year, fucking Burma, Myanmar, went through a government overthrow, a coup, and the people they were in charge, I think they were Muslim, they started running through the country and just fucking slaughtering everybody, bro. Everyone who wasn't Muslim, just fucking kill it. Bro, nobody talks about that. Anyways, my point is, I've been aware that the headlines don't matter. It's usually just, proctored shit. And again, it's probably just fucking Twitch and Amazon being like, oh, look at... They've been doing this for a while, by the way, where they push some headline where, oh, Kick, it's really bad. There's somebody fucking gooning on camera. Again, I'm going to keep bringing it back to Twitch. You have chicks showing their tits to children like every day, every hour. Any promoted on your front page. I don't care. I'm going to slam it back at Twitch every single time. Every single time. I don't care. Also, I don't know why this popped into my head, but do you remember the trend where streamers on Twitch were like on the side on their second monitors looking up zoophilia porn? Do you remember that trend? They would literally look it up. They wouldn't show it on camera, but they would look it up on a second monitor, and they would react to it live. That was a trend going on Twitch. But yeah, dude, French guy getting abused on Kick. Shut down Kick. Terrible. Absolute monstrosity. I can't believe it.
I don't. Well, 2 things. I don't think Kick is going to get shut down, and I don't think that I want them to get shut down at all. I don't really care about John Portmanov at all. If I'm being honest with you, I'm just reporting what happened.
I know. I
don't actually care.
I'm not. This isn't at you. I'm not directing this at you at all.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that for the record.
Yeah.
Okay. And the second thing is the reason why the Israel situation is different is because it's like these people aren't being allowed to leave. You know what I mean? They're not being allowed a safe exit out of the.
They weren't in Ethiopia either, dude.
And also you have
Syria.
people with literally nothing, and they're starving, and they have no weapons or anything, completely unarmed, and you have a big corporation, a huge government that it's punching down. It's punching down is what it is. And that's the main reason why it's getting so much. And also we give them money. I think that's another big part of it. We give them shit.
We literally
Africa. Okay,
dude,
Ethiopia doesn't count because they're Africans.
We give the Taliban money.
Count.
But pick a fucking region. I can tell you which country we give money to that's committing genocide as we speak. Like, you pick a region, I'll tell you which one. Myanmar
Name a region that we give more money to than Israel.
We give a lot more countries more money. We gave Palestine more money than we gave to Israel.
Name one country that has received more money than Israel from us.
EU.
Name one.
Every single fucking European country.
Nope.
Yes, we do. It just
I can bring it up right now.
Go ahead. Look up the IMF and who gives the money to IMF and where does the IMF give money to? It all comes from America. To be honest with you, Israel receives little money compared to what we give to some other countries.
Let me go to Grok. About to go to z.com.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, where's Grok? How much money has Israel received from the USA since 1920? Numbers only.
Oh dear God, you have such a specific thing. Oh, well, this is not good. Countries that receive the most foreign aid. Well, Ukraine is the number one on the list, but we won't count that.
How much money has the EU received from the US since 1920? Numbers only.
Jordan.
44.5.
Holy shit.
We have given Israel 3 times as much money as we have given the EU.
I agree directly, but if you look at how much money we give to the UN and how much money the UN gives to other countries, and that is not Israel, it's not even close. It's literally not even close. I will say, looking at this chart, like, okay, Israel's number 2 on this thing that I'm listing at 3 billion, but Ukraine is at 17 billion. Jordan is close behind at 1.5. Egypt, Ethiopia, dude, I swear I wasn't playing. I didn't know this. We give Ethiopia $1.5 billion. And like I said, Ethiopia has been committing genocide like for the past decade. And not just against one group. They've like been systematically cutting out different groups. Nigeria, Congo. We don't want to talk about Congo again. Kazakhstan, Afghanistan, Kenya, like Mozambique. And like I agree, we shouldn't be giving any money to Israel. But if we're talking
look at this. Like, this is the reason why people are so focused on this genocide that Israel is doing. This is the reason why. Look how much money we've given them. We've paid our taxpayer dollars, and the taxpayer dollars of boomers as well, has paid for this entire fucking thing. Though the boomers would probably agree with it anyway, so it's a moot point talking to them about it. But yeah, I mean, like just look at this fucking chart. Why have we given $200 billion to South Vietnam?
Again,
what is happening?
It's because we bribe everybody to be our friend. That's what we do. Why do we bribe Vietnam? Because
their
of the
currency, like $1 is worth like 26,000 dollars.
Again, I just read out like 10 African countries. You're looking at a bunch of other random countries, like Afghanistan is fucking 4th on the list. Why? South Vietnam. Why? Egypt. We bribe. It's all bribery money. So I don't care that we give money to Israel and then they commit genocide. I mean, I care, but I care in the same context that I care about Ethiopia.
Again, I don't care about the genocide. What I care about is why is it such a focus, right? Like, and I'm trying to think of the script, right? I'm trying to imagine the script in my head. Why do they want the social justice warriors so fixated? Because once the libtards start agreeing with me on something, then there's a problem going on. You know what I mean? then we have an issue. We have a disconnect.
Here's why. I'll tell you why. Right? Here's again. This goes back to the Twitch thing. Here's why it's so. I mean, it's not totally okay to focus on Israel, but for the most part, it is. Why doesn't anyone talk about the Congo? Right? It's terrible what's happening in the Congo. Nobody talks about what's happening in the Congo. No. Why? Is because every single corporation would eat shit if people found out that they are using slavery to mine the minerals that make your fucking phones. So that never gets brought up. You're not going to talk about the thousands, the
counterpoint. I would actually want to buy more phones if that was the case. That's the counterpoint.
That's fine. I'm just saying the corporations don't want you to know about it. So, and why doesn't the Chinese want us to know about what's happening in Myanmar? Right? Same fucking shit. So Israel has a lot of enemies within it and without the U.S., and I don't mean that morally. I just mean they have a lot of people who don't like them, and so their shit is frontline news. It is what it is. But I'm not going to be controlled by a headline just because a bunch of Muslims, social libtards, and a bunch of far-right conservatives tell me that I should care more about the Palestinians than I should the Ethiopians or the Syrians or the Congolese. I'm just not. I'm not controlled by a headline. I don't care.
No, and I agree. I agree with that, Doug. I agree. But my question is, why is this a focus point? You know what I mean? Like, why has this been made the focus point? Well, no. I mean, not just what you told me, but beyond that, into the future. You know, Back to the Future with Marty McFly. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, you're
what
gonna go
is
the whole build
happening?
up. You're gonna do the whole line down. Rothschild. You're gonna
I,
hit me with the whole
I
thing from the top.
we have to approach this from the Truman Show perspective, Doug. We have to approach it from the Truman Show perspective. We are in the Truman
Yeah.
Show. Why are we being shown this? Why is the media talking about this? You know what I mean? Why is the media all of a sudden on Trump's side? Why are people sucking Trump's dick so much? Why is Trump predicting things that are happening in real time on the news? What is happening?
It's all
Doug?
controlled. That's why. Oh,
It's
wait,
all control.
you know what's
It's
really
scripted.
funny? I was watching the cabinet meeting and it went on for like 3 hours. So Trump's received a lot of bad publicity because of the the Epstein thing.
Yeah.
And so now pretty much every headline, it's just so obvious to me. Like so now every headline is RFK and Trump, RFK and Trump. Why? Because RFK, gets a lot of positivity around him with all the stuff. And I'm telling you, dude, I was watching the cabinet meeting. Again, RFK put out some great news in terms of trying to help bring down healthcare costs and bring in these companies. The guy's great. The guy's just fantastic. And Trump's trying to attach his name to everything he does. Why? Because, again, RFK is great for publicity. Yes.
Also, Trump is just kind of a dick.
Yeah. I mean, clearly, right? So, I mean, he's gained control. I mean, I wouldn't say he's gained complete control of the media, but he's kicked out a lot of people who spent all the time criticizing him, and now they have control. And I don't particularly care because the last administration did it. The administration before that did it. The administration, it's just normal. That's just what they do.
It feels like we're choosing between which kind of Jews run our country. Is it authoritarian Jews?
Yeah,
or is it liberal Jews?
It's communist Jews versus fascist Jews. So it's like that's what you got. To be honest, and again, you just kind of have to accept it. I choose fascism over communism.
We can leave the fucking country.
Can leave the country. True, not wrong. However, you're still kind of picking between fascist Jews and communist Jews, no matter what. Mexico, communist Jews. Venezuela, Argentina, fascist Jew. El Salvador, that guy is just a straight up fascist.
Vietnam,
but bless him.
A coffee that costs a dime.
Oh man,
give me some Vietnamese coffee.
So the main topic today, as it's been for quite a bit, will probably be immigration. We've got stuff from both the EU and Japan. And Japan, I am very disappointed in you today. I'm going to be very upset. Not going to lie, we're going to get to you. We're going to start with what's going viral right now as we speak on Tuesday, the 26th. No, not Japan. We're going to start with the UK. So the UK.
Oh, let's post something.
Yeah. So this is a thing that's going viral right now. Look up UK Machete girl. There was this little girl who was getting accosted by some foreigners. You know, the classic. Her older sister came out and was screaming and yelling. This is not the full video. Try and find. I don't know what this is. Where's the full video? It's classic. So you'll find it if you keep looking. So. No. There it is. This is it right here. This is it. So it's two fucking like 14-year-old, 15-year-old girl. Can you pause it so I can give context?
Yeah.
So they were just hanging about, doing whatever fucking teenagers do, and this foreigner, I think he's Pakistani or Afghani, who gives a fuck, starts videotaping them and, catcalling them or whatever. The little girl there starts yelling back, and one of them runs inside and grabs a machete and a axe. So yeah, we'll play the video.
Show the knife, show the knife. That's it. Show the knife.
Okay, can I say something, Doug?
Say whatever you want. Say whatever I know. Go ahead, say it. I know.
I hate their stupid fucking accent. I can't understand a word you're fucking saying. No wonder you're getting harassed. They don't know. They can't understand what the fuck you're saying to them. Please go away, you fucking it's fish and chips. I've been a city since yesterday. What the fuck are you saying, dude? No wonder they haven't left. They have no clue what the hell you're talking about. Okay, I'll keep playing it.
She's 12. Okay.
I will say another
Yeah,
thing.
so
Women
they
lie
were
about their age when dealing with men, so she may
whatever.
not actually be 12. They may
Between
have just been lie to get
between
them to leave,
12
but
and 15, I don't think it's really relevant
whatever.
here in the situation. So he did try and grab her from, what
Yeah.
we know. And the video's got a great ending. I don't know about this video. Sorry, the story has a great ending here.
Yeah, I think an only good ending ends with blood, Doug.
Oh, don't worry, dude.
Yeah, showdown night. Maratha.
Yeah, so here's the ending to this story. So he filmed them.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he turned it into the police, and then they arrested the little girl.
Well, yeah, no shit. That makes sense. You're brandishing a weapon in broad daylight against the guy who you have no evidence of him doing any wrongdoing at all. And not only that, you're talking like a fucking moron. I can't understand the word you're saying. I'd arrest you on the accent just alone. You don't even need a machete for me to arrest you.
Well, I think
you're like, okay,
I
that's
think
it.
So obviously not from this video. It's clear that she's grabbed, but she's clearly extremely upset before she starts brandishing the weapons and talking about how he tried to grab them. And the fact that he's just filming them in the first place is already kind of sus. Before she had brandished the weapons.
Listen. If you are bringing out a machete, you're doing one of two things. If you're doing anything else other than these two things, you're doing something wrong, and I don't have any sympathy for you.
Well, she
One,
said
you're defending yourself.
Right.
You're defending yourself
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
Which means you're about to use the fucking thing, right? Or two, you're going full Rambo and you're beating the living fuck out of everyone with this machete, and you're taking lives. You're taking heads.
You did say this was necessary. You did say this multiple times.
Yes, this isn't either of those things. This is standing around like an autistic child, waving around what looks like a machete and a wood chopping axe that isn't even sharp. It looks completely fucking blunt. You're not going to deal any damage with that fucking thing. And you're sitting around taunting some guy who's already touched you when he's not supposed to be. And instead of going inside and going back to safety and telling a man that's actually going to kill someone, you sit out here and you brandish a fucking machete and you speak fucking gibberish the entire time. I'd want to beat the shit out of you too.
Well, their story is that the reason, the direct line was that the weapons were inside. She had only ran and got them after the situation had happened.
Yeah, imagine someone touches you, you get away from the situation, and then your next thought is, oh my god, I need to grab the gun. It's time to get the fucking gun. We need to shoot him.
To be honest, when I go outside, I'm usually carrying a weapon of some sort, no matter what. So
I was taught by the wizard Merlin how to use lightning magic. Unfortunately, I was born without the mana necessary to conduct lightning, so I carry this thing called a Taseer around. And when I use the Taseer, it ejects 10,000 volts of lightning at my opponents.
All I'm saying is, in contrast, I think what's really, important here is that dude, what is going on? Like, why is this guy running around filming these little girls? What is happening?
This isn't what I want to see. This isn't what I want. You can see the sweatpants. Those are not tactical sweatpants. Those are. I just put on the first thing I found in the closet this morning. Okay, listen. I know you're not supposed
just
to be
hanging
making
out
a fashion
outside
statement.
on the weekend, dude. They're just fucking chilling.
Yeah. And what's with the chain? What is this? The ghetto? What? Have some class.
Like, I want to comment on her appearance.
No,
I won't, for the sake of it just being an immigration story.
No. Listen. If you're gonna be on video, I get to say whatever the fuck I want about you.
True.
You can say whatever the fuck you want. You can call me whatever you want. You can call me the F word. I don't give a shit. What I do give a shit about is not being able to understand someone who has a machete in their hands. That's what I don't understand, Doug. This isn't what I want to see. I want to see actual fucking carnage. This, I don't know what the fuck this is. This is the most awkward interaction I've ever seen between two human beings in my fucking life. Okay? I don't know. I don't know what the fuck this is. I want the men to pop out and actually use a real fucking machete and not a blunt wood chopping axe.
There are
there
are no men left. And this is kind of the point where, so this is starting a quote movement here where they're running around and posting this chick's image on a flagger, like a silhouette. She's kind of become the logo or the mascot for. Dude, look at the machete fights.
An autistic 12-year-old has become your mascot.
I said the same thing, dude.
Oh
Me and
my
somebody else were
God.
talking about it today. I'm like, how fucked does your country have to be when a little girl with a machete and a knife is your mascot for your movement? Like, it's gotta be so fucked. For those who can't see what's going on in that video, it literally was just two girls with this guy running around filming them, and one of them was they're clearly very upset. And one of them had a knife and machete. She wasn't really like coming at him or anything. But however, that story ends with that little girl getting arrested, and yeah, I don't know why it's not really showing for you, but on my feed, there's a lot of images of her like being put on flags and people talking about it. They're calling it UK's broken promises. Yeah. There's also, it's so crazy, but on the same day, a parliamentary member for the UK has posted reports on the I fucking hate saying this every time, but the migrant rape scandal where those Pakistani people were living. Yeah, we talked about it a few times. Yeah. So the full report on that is out, and you can go and read it. It's fucking horrible. It's like the worst thing you'll ever read. I'm not gonna lie. I've read a lot of shit that's come out of Iran and Iraq, and like this is just, it's up there with him. I'm not gonna lie, man. It is fucking up there with them. So he posted that. I don't really know if this is going anywhere for the British citizens. I genuinely don't know. I hope you guys can fix this situation, but like you basically have one not a prime minister, parliamentary member who's talking about it. Just one, by the way. It's literally only one guy out of all of your parliament talking about it and posting this stuff. Elon posted today. That's why Elon posted that flag. He said that he was going to fund any political opposition to arrest the people who. Yeah. Are you excited about that?
We need to go to Britain and get some Elon money immediately.
Yeah, he's willing to fund anyone who's actually going to arrest the politicians. Guys, I'll say it again. I think it's fucking horrible. But basically, there was a migrant hotel or a hotel being used to house migrants across from a school. They were literally pimping out the little girls and raping them, and then the little girls would go to the police, and it's Muslims. And they would go to the police, who were also Muslim, and then the police would rape them. And basically, one of them ended up going to court for being a, quote, a prostitute, unquote, and then she got charged by a Muslim judge. So, like, it really went to the top. And, the politicians knew this was going on, and they didn't do anything about it. There's tons of evidence that the politicians, including Steimer, by the way, the current prime minister, knew this was going on. This has been going on for more than 15 years, just FYI. And it just goes to the top. I genuinely don't know how you fix it. It's so bad. Like
you don't. It's a firework, and the fuse has been lit, and we're about maybe halfway down the fuse, maybe a bit more down the fuse, and then eventually it'll just explode, and then the British will try to fight back, but they're already outnumbered at this point. And so then they just die and they get killed, and the girls get raped and killed. And
I said the same thing. I was like,
it's what they want. It's what they want.
At this point,
that's what they want.
At this point, like, what do? You can't vote your way out of it because they're the politicians, right?
No.
Like, that's fucked. You can't. You don't have guns to fight. You have like knife. Like, here's a little girl trying to defend herself with a knife, and she's getting charged, even though she was the one getting touched. And again, you have one member of your parliament who's talking about it, and that's pretty much the extent. And like, you're here, she's supposed to be the face of a movement. What's happening? Nothing's happening. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody flinches. Nobody cares. There's a video also. I don't know if you can find it. Maybe just type in UK. What did you type? Just type in UK. There's a video of a guy who's interviewing people in the UK. He's like asking them kind of like, specifically he asked them if they would move to the US. And they're just like, no, we love it here. The U.S. is terrible. Why would we do that? So, I can only assume that the people who are like, so here you can see it where she's all over the place now. They're making memes about her. She's pushing the movement. People are getting behind this. I'm sorry.
This is not the movement.
I know.
That's a kitchen knife and a blunt wood chopping axe.
Wait, can you go back?
The movement.
Can you go back? to the image.
If this is the move,
Oh my
yeah.
god, you're right. I thought she was wielding like a hunter knife. That she's literally wielding a chef's knife and like a blunt wood chopping axe, hand axe.
That is, if that's the leader of the rebellion, they're cooked. It's over.
That's what I said too. I was talking to somebody else. They said the same, like, have you seen the Machete girl? It's changing. I'm like, dude, if this is the last spark of what's left of your movement, you're so fucked. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Okay?
And also, and this thing, if this is your idea of a protest is waving around a bunch of fucking flags and wearing a safety vest, it's over, dude.
Yeah.
You are so fucked. Where is your weapons? Get a rope. You can choke someone to death with a fucking rope. It takes less strength to use a rope than it does to use your bare fucking arms. I know you guys are weak, but maybe if you get a rope and you put it around some people's necks, maybe you'll get a few kills under your belt, and you'll actually make some difference, right? But these guys holding up a fucking flag ain't gonna do jack shit.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know what the solution is here. I don't know why nobody's doing anything at all. This is just, it's
Well,
just
their politicians
terrible.
have sold them out. Their politicians have sold them out.
Okay,
Politicians have said, we're gonna kill.
But dude,
they were told by the Jews, we're gonna kill you. We're gonna kill your family. You're gonna accept this money, and you're gonna kill your people. And you're gonna kill your people by accepting these foreign invaders, and you're gonna have a place to go to with the other elites. Okay, and then you can relax there with the money that we give you, right? And that's essentially what they've been told. And they said, listen, I would rather sacrifice all of my people than die. So I'm gonna choose that option, and I'm gonna get all this money, and I'm gonna sacrifice.
But you're
my people.
literally correct, because I see some of these. I see a lot of white people in the UK, natives, who are just like, oh yeah, these protesters, they shouldn't be there, man. Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing Canadian accent for the UK.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I don't know
they're
what that was.
actually okay. Like, they're actually for it, and I just lose sympathy. I mean, I feel bad for these poor little girls who are, they're running around with like chef's knives because they feel threatened anywhere they go. But like, I don't know. It's just the men. It's just the men. You guys what are you doing? I just don't know what you're doing. I literally don't get it. And for reference, when people thought Trump lost the fucking, last election, they stormed the Capitol. Like, I don't understand what you guys are doing. And from what I've heard and seen is that you have a really large divide between the people who are just leaving or planning on leaving and the people who actually think what's going on is acceptable. And I just have no words for those people who think it's acceptable. You guys are not human to me, if I'm being entirely honest, and I want nothing to do with you at all. Like, you guys are just sick. I don't get it. I literally do not get it. I don't know how you look at the reports coming out with what's going on. I don't know how you read the transcripts from the courts and what these girls are saying, and you think, yeah, this migrant situation is actually good. And and that the people protesting, they were literally protesting the use of the UK flag. They were trying to get the UK flag from being banned. So people were like painting the UK flag on like the hotels and on the sidewalks. And there were British citizens who were like, that's terrible. Why are they doing that? That's racist. Like, I can't imagine how cooked your brain has to be for that to be the thoughts going through your head. Like, you're just so fucked, man. I have literally nothing for you. And my only question is there any actual British men left in this country who...
Doug, they fell off when they lost to us. Think about it. They owned like a third of the world. Yeah. And now they own like this tiny little fucking island. Next to Ireland, of all places. You know what I mean? That's all they got left. Living next to the fucking Irish.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I agree with you. They're cooked, bro. They're cooked.
It's like when it rains, it pours, Doug. When it rains, it fucking pours. You don't make a comeback with like that without becoming the villain or just dying. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And also doing shit like this is such a libtard thing. This is something I would see the libtards do. I'm sorry.
Raise the colors. Raise the
That's really doing something. Oh, I have a great idea. If we paint the fucking ground, this will save it. This will save England.
Just
oh my god!
bred into docility, dude. They're just bred into
Yeah.
Again, we stormed the Capitol. I'll even give it to the libtards. They're out there protesting and like trying to set the Tesla cars on fire. Even that is better than what it like. What are you doing,
What is
man?
this?
Why are Americans raging against cars harder than you're raging against the people who like? I can just only guess that you just. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. Maybe it's an American thing, to be so up in arms all the time, and it's not a British thing. You guys are just.
I mean. When the Biden admin cheated on the election, we stormed the fucking Capitol. Granted, it was a psyop, and we were allowed to go into the Capitol.
But we still went.
Because they
walked in.
We still went. We still went inside. A woman died because they had a security guard, and he just had a gun, and she went through the barricade, and he shot her in the head or the neck. Sorry, the neck. She died. Don't really care about that. Everything else about it was hilarious, though. There was a guy with a fucking antler head, and it was painted like the American flag, and it was great.
Nice.
It was a good photo op.
Let's go.
Excellent psyop by the CIA. Probably one of the most enjoyable psyops by the CIA that I've seen so far.
I've had some
But let's not forget what they did to the. Let's not forget the dolphin.
Never forget your dolphin.
They gave a dolphin and the female trainer for the dolphin LSD. The dolphin had sex with the trainer, and then the dolphin killed itself.
Let's not say
Let's
the
not forget
dolphin
what
had sex with the trainer.
I
The
will bring
trainer
it.
had sex with the dolphin. Okay.
Listen, when they're both high off LSD, the dolphin's the one in the dominant position.
All right,
Okay,
fair enough.
But listen, and I will say that shit every time I bring up the CIA, because anytime someone thinks to themselves, the government wouldn't do that. I will always bring up the fucking dolphin, Doug. I will always bring up the fucking dolphin.
I don't know. I think I've said it before, but my favorite part is that the CIA was so open to trying to use every single method against their enemies. They actually started to bring in expert voodoo casters from like Haiti and shit to see if it was real. Dude, I respect them so much for trying everything on this living planet to try to thwart our enemies. Bless them, dude. Bless them.
I think you mean Israel.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't care who it is.
I don't care who it is. I don't care.
Yeah, this is in Switzerland.
Yeah, this is actually not in Switzerland. This
No,
is
sorry.
in
Yeah, it's in Switzerland.
no, it is in Switzerland. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots. I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce that. Switzerland, Muslim land, was shaken by violent riots after a 17-year-old Muslim crashed a stolen scooter and died while fleeing from police. Chaos erupted. Around 100 masked Muslims swarmed the Prolaz district, torching trash bins, attacking public transport, and firing fireworks at police. Security forces had to resort to tear gas and rubber bullets before order was restored. This is doing something. This is doing something. Violence. Violence is the only way to solve problems sometimes. Even Jesus committed to violence when they were selling pigeons in his temple.
Dude, he committed to violence more than that. He was very violent.
Yeah. Why? Because he knew he had to be. That was the only way to teach these people a fucking lesson. And that's what these people need right now. They need fucking violence. You see, I'm an American. I live in America. And the difference between me and you
is all we know.
Is that
violence is literally all we know.
Yeah, one, violence is all we know. And two, I don't have to worry about a bunch of invaders. They're being taken care of by my government currently. And the people that are taking care of them are being paid by our government.
Yeah.
I don't need to go outside and worry about Muslims, fucking with my family members or my friends. Because I can walk outside, and if someone does that, guess what happens? They get deported or they go to jail. I don't have to worry about the things you guys worry about. You guys, like someone like a Muslim rapes a fucking kid, you guys don't do a damn thing. Let me tell you, if a Muslim raped a kid in my fucking neighborhood, they wouldn't make it to the jail. They would need a security personnel to make it to the fucking jail. They'd be lucky if they go to jail.
Dude, half the
time
when a father takes revenge on somebody who's hurt their child, in that way, they get let off.
Yeah.
they literally get let off in America.
The judge will literally just be like,
fuck it.
Because the judge knows, like, shit, if that was my kid, I'd do the same fucking thing. Right? But the thing is, in Britain, Switzerland, Sweden, Muslim land, essentially, I'm just going to start calling it Muslim land.
Yeah.
the white people have sold out the other white people. That's what happened. That's what's happened.
True.
You've been sold out by your own people. It's like you don't even give a shit. You seem to think you're in an okay situation. You're not. Your country is gone. You should be doing what the Muslims are doing and being violent. Like people forget the Crusades, Doug. People forget the fucking Crusades.
It's time, dude.
It's crazy.
It's fucking time.
It's
Bring 'em
time.
back.
It is time for a fucking crusade. More importantly than any of this, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce
Oh my god,
got
please.
engaged.
Please, I don't care. I literally do not care. It's the fucking
okay.
least important news ever.
I know.
Dude, I cannot be bothered with that shit. Anything else on the planet is more interesting than that, dude.
Okay, I got something. So you know how Crackle Barrel was going to change their logo to some minimalist bullshit?
Yeah, I saw that.
The shareholders burned the guy who wanted to make that change alive, and they fired him and the woman. And now they're saying that they fired their god. The shareholders got rid of him.
Let's go.
So they're scrapping the entire because they lost like 20% of their stock.
Overnight. So I wasn't gonna cover it because I didn't think it was important enough. But for reference, guys, Cracker Barrel had like some woke CEO who was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get rid of the old man on the logo because it's racist or something. I don't know, fucking colonizing, blah blah blah." They turned it minimalist. They were gonna they were gonna remodel all the stores to be as modern as possible. And there was complete, outrage on the internet. The stocks fell like some fucking 30%. And so now she's fired. And they're like, "Yeah, we're not gonna change it." The stocks soared back up. This shit's so fucking funny, man. Did you can you click the second link, the American tourist? So it's an American tourist who I believe was visiting Germany. I sent it to you in your DMs, I believe.
Oh.
It's an American tourist.
Second link? Are you sure?
Well, it was one of them. Maybe not. Maybe I sent it to you earlier. Pretty sure I sent it to you. Oh wait,
American stood up. Oh, okay. Was stabbed multiple times in the face.
Yeah, we're gonna show it. I don't care. Show it. I don't give a fuck. Show it.
We're having to defend the Europeans from the Muslims.
So true story. Can you pause this? It is known that American tourists in Europe are known to defend themselves against pickpocketing and this harassment. And it's like a known thing that American tourists do. So they warn the immigrants to stay away from American tourists because they'll defend themselves. And that's like such a shocking thing for everybody else. They can't believe it. So this guy here, it's completely surprising to them. They're fucking in total shock. This guy here, we're not gonna watch the full thing, but this guy here was defending some chick who was getting harassed. I don't know if she's, getting kidnapped or touched or whatever. And of course the immigrant ran around and fucking stabbed the shit out of him in the face. And if you guys can't see it, it's fucked up. His nose is like sideways. His lip is all swollen and shit.
Once again, if you're going to get involved in a violent altercation, you have to know beforehand. That's the first thing. You have to know, am I going to get violent, or am I going to run away so I can be violent later? If it is option A and you're saying to yourself, I'm going to be violent at this point in time to this person, you have to make another decision. Is this going to be deadly force, or am I just going to knock essentially just knock this dude out? All right. And if you're going to go up against a fucking Syrian migrant of all things, you're more than likely going to want to choose option A, deadly force. So you're going to want to reach into your pocket, pick out your God-given knife, God-given American bald eagle knife, fucking military standard issue knife, and you're just going to go up to the fucking guy and you're just going to fucking shank his ass. He's going to fucking fall on the ground from the pain. He's not going to be able to do anything else. He's going to be disabled. The women will get away. You can walk away. And if he dies, he dies. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
Yeah,
right?
That's
kind of just how it is.
I just want to say, I can't express to you guys how normal it is for these, refugees, migrants, Muslims, whatever you want to call them, in their home country. It's normal for them to run around with machetes. Okay, it's very normal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a practical tool to not only use against the fucking wildlife and natural, flora around them, but also against each other. And whatever, you can take that as you please, negative, positive, culture. I don't care how you take that, but it's very normal for them to run around with a machete and knives and fucking stab each other. So when you bring these people over into this country, or into these countries, this is Dresden, which I think is German, they're gonna run around. They think it's normal to run around with the knives. They think it's normal to touch fucking little girls and women. They think it's completely normal. And I see this shit on my timeline all the time in different countries, mostly European, where we covered the streamer who was getting harassed. We covered that poor Do you remember Ginny TV getting punched in the face by an immigrant dude? Dude, that shit is.
She took that like a champ.
She took it like a champ, yeah. Dude. That shit is so depressing to me. I'm not even European. Well, I'm not, European, but you know what I mean. When I see that shit, it makes me depressed. Like I cannot believe that my fellow Western country is falling so far.
That's the problem right there. That's the problem right there. That's exactly what these British people are doing. That's the problem. They see the shit and they get depressed. Don't get depressed. Get angry. Get violent. Go outside and use that energy.
I'm depressed not because, that it's happening. I'm depressed because nothing. I can't vote for them. I can't do anything about it. I did my job here in America.
These people.
I did my job.
We did our job. We did our job of being born here, not being morons. Listen, Doug, but we need to encourage our British viewers to be more violent.
Woo! I gotta crunch the numbers on the legality of this one. Is it illegal for us to encourage people in another country to be violent? I don't think so. I know the UK might come for us, but they can't get us.
What are they gonna do? They're going to send a guy in a safety vest to ask us for a TV license? Yeah, no, buddy. You can go back to where you came from.
You have a TV license? Where's your TV license?
Dude, literally, I'm telling you, if a British security guard comes up to my house and was like, "Oi, what you been posting on social media, mate? Where's your TV license? You have a license for that?" I'd probably fuck his wife in front of him and make him watch.
I'd probably like it. I'd be like, yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Like, is your wife not been pleased for a while? Yeah.
What's so funny, dude? I always want to bring it up how these people have to be cucks. I think it's funny that the left and cucking just go hand in hand. I always want to bring it up. I never do because I don't think it's in good taste. But why but it's real interesting that connection is just always there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, dude, it's time for you to go sit back in the cuck chair, okay? You're not doing anything positive here. It's time for you to just accept your fate, lie on the ground in the middle of the street, in the middle of Bristol or some shit, and just accept what's gonna happen to you, right? Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, we won't watch the video. You guys get it, dude. This guy here was defending a woman in fucking Germany, and he gets stabbed in the face for it. Now, fucking pull up the second link, the second to last link I sent you, and this is a Dutch man, I believe, who is in France, and again, he was just walking around, live streaming, and all of a sudden he just starts getting fucking jumped by some migrants. And I mean, they're trying to get him. There you go. Classic. There's background music. I don't know if I want to say.
I want to say something, Doug.
Oh, yeah, say it.
They're dealing with the Dutch is like flipping a fucking coin. Half of them have Slavic blood. The other half don't have Slavic blood.
The further east you go.
Yeah, the further east you go, the further you want to run away from them. Don't mess with Slavs. They grew up in the cold, wrestling with a bear and drinking vodka. They don't care about what you feel or what you think. They don't have thoughts. They just have hands, and they're willing to give them to you for free. Let's watch this guy. Guy, at this point, he's no longer being robbed. He's probably about to rob them. He's chasing them down.
Yeah. No, for sure. He starts running after them. He's yelling at them. I'm sorry, guys. I can't play the audio because there's music, and I don't want us to get
This is,
fucking
Doug. This is
demonetized.
not Doug. This isn't licensed music.
By
This
the
isn't
way,
licensed
the
music.
last time you said that, we played some
This-
piano music on
this
stream
is
and
not-
immediately got copyrighted.
This
by the
is
way.
not licensed music.
All right,
It's
all
not
right, I'll
licensed
play
music.
it.
There's no,
I'll
there's
play
no,
it. I'll
there
play it.
is no lyrics.
Go ahead. It doesn't matter if there's lyrics or not.
Go, go. Une fois.
Yeah, so he ran them off. They were trying to grab him. And so here's another thing that these fucking... Yeah, they did try to rob him. But, like, can you pause again?
Yeah.
So here's the other thing I've learned from Kurt Kaz traveling to these Middle Eastern countries is that they really hate it when you film them. And not just in the sense of, you know, like live streamers or content creators, but even like taking a picture of them. It's in their culture again. They just fucking hate it beyond all belief. To them,
Demons don't like being caught.
yeah, I think there's like some religious factor for sure in it, but
Yeah.
they hate it. So they lose their mind when you're walking around with a camera, and that's why
It's a low IQ thing.
It
happens in America too.
They get very violent extremely quickly.
The
like
Karens.
The
Karens. Yeah.
True. You're not wrong. It is like the surefire way to trigger them is to pull out your phone and start filming it. They lose their minds. They fucking hate it. So.
Yeah,
and this is in France. So, I mean, we hit the trifecta, right? Classic. UK, Germany, France. Every time. Easy peasy. Every single time with these guys.
Shit, mate. Two guys just tried to rob me. I don't know if the camera catched it.
Look at all the graffiti.
Yeah. Shithole. This is Marseille.
Yeah.
And the other guy stood on the side.
It means shithole in French.
They knew I was coming. I think they were following me like 10-20 minutes before because they knew exactly what they tried to do. They tried to rob me. One guy came from behind, tried to take me, and the other one tried to take my...
Yeah, listen, I want to say something else. If you see a Slavic dude and he does this with his fucking hands, and where he puts his finger under his nose, and he scratches his upper lip a little bit, and he puts it away, you don't fuck with that kind of guy. That guy knows something you don't. He's done something you haven't.
Well, you know what's so crazy? Both of those illegals were like super skinny, and they tried to mug him, which only tells you that they are allowed to get away with it quite often.
Yeah. They're probably cucks too.
My back.
Yeah, probably.
I chased them away. I walked like 3-4 streets further. Ce n'est pas normal. It's not normal. But I guess it's part of the job here in Marseille. So, let's go on.
Dude, I can't stop thinking about Ginny TV getting punched in the head in Germany. That shit's so crazy, bro. That shit's so crazy.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know. As a European man, like, how does that make you feel? It's gotta make you feel like shit, dude. And I don't mean that like trying to rag on you, but like, dude, if
I remember this guy.
If a top tier streamer, Macron, I don't know Macron.
No.
Oh yeah,
guy.
I just heard about this. Can you explain this?
All right, so this is back. I think it was like 2021 or 2022,
2020.
and I saw the video of it too. 2020, maybe. Yeah, I guess it was 2020. Essentially, the schoolgirl complained that he drew a picture of Muhammad in class, which is like the worst thing you can do. It's the worst thing you can do in the Islamic religion is to draw a picture of Muhammad, right? And she made the claim that he had done this. And there was a couple of Muslim guys. There was a video posted on Twitter. It got taken down shortly afterwards, but essentially of them decapitating him and throwing his head out in the middle of the street. And I saw it. It was pretty crazy.
Damn. It's in France, huh?
So and it turns out the schoolgirl was lying that he was Islamophobic, and it turns out he didn't actually draw a picture of Muhammad. She got suspended for a couple of days, and she didn't want her parents to be angry at her.
Wow.
So instead, she just said that he drew a picture of Muhammad. And it's nice that you hold a little funeral for him and everything, but it's meaningless because the people that killed him are still alive. Once again, you need to take an eye for an eye. And otherwise, these people don't get the message.
These snippets we show you guys, these like small fucking anecdotal stories, these videos, it is a fraction. It is a tiny, minuscule fraction of the amount of events going on at any given moment. We could sit here for 8 hours and just showcase every single incident that happens every week, and it still wouldn't be enough, man. This stuff happens every single day, every single hour. The crime rates are skyrocketing, man, in these countries. Like, it's insane. You cannot cover it. And you know what's so funny is, bringing it back to Trump, is Trump is deploying the National Guard to every major city just to get rid of these people.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, Doug, and it's like, and this is the one thing where I will glaze Israel on. They are fucking relentless with their ethnocentrism.
Oh, yeah.
If you are a fucking Jew, if you're religious Jew or ethnic Jew or whatever in their country, they will kill for you. They will fucking kill for you, and they have no qualms with killing anyone that comes across their border that they don't like. If there's a Christian in fucking Israel, they'll spit on you and they'll attack you. They don't give two fucks. And while it is abhorrent, and I don't agree with it, I think I think they're onto something. I respect it. I think they're onto something. Doug. I'm thinking about converting to Judaism at this point. I really am.
Do it.
They're winning. They're the winners.
I know.
They're doing.
I'm glad
they get to do whatever the fuck they want.
Hey, now you're subscribing to my philosophy. Hey.
Yeah.
That's good. Good for you. Yeah.
I mean, Cheddar, at this point, it's like, be a Christian and get killed by Muslim migrants, or be Jewish and I get to go to Israel and get free healthcare.
You can go to, dude, they will literally allow you to go to Israel for free on like some tourist package. It's called like the Returning Home program, where they literally will pay for you to go there and send you on like a tour for free. I actually plan on doing it sometime once the bombing settle down.
Yeah. That's what we need to be doing, Doug. We need to be investigating the Judaism. That's what we need to be doing. We need to be like Oy Gavalt. You know what I mean? Oy Gavalt.
Hey, I be saying Oy vey all the time. That's my shit.
Yeah, that's what we need to be doing, Doug. We're wasting our time trying to pretend that the white people want to help themselves. They don't. They don't care about themselves. They want to die.
I don't understand this cuck mentality, dude. I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
It's like watching someone getting kicked by like a smaller animal, like being kicked, and they just like continue to just lie down and take it. Like, buddy, you can get up. You can.
And then the other people are like standing around and encouraging her, like, yeah, that white guy deserves it. I hate myself. Here, please.
Yeah.
You ever see the video of the white people asking the black people for forgiveness? Have you seen that shit? Have you seen that?
God.
Please tell me you've seen that.
I've seen it. I can't.
It's a group of, if you haven't seen it, it's a group of white people who are on their knees and they are, quote, asking the black people for forgiveness for their ancestors' crimes. It makes me want to puke. It's so gross.
Yeah.
I
mean, like, I'm embarrassed for them. Like, I have secondhand embarrassment watching these people.
Me too.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like watching the Indians make in the fucking
God, I can't watch
street
that
food.
video.
I'm like,
please, I hate this video.
Yeah.
It's so gross.
Yeah.
Dude, oh God, it's so gross. So, we're gonna talk one more time about Trump, and then we're gonna jump to Japan here. Actually, we'll talk about Japan, and this is gonna get kind of crazy. And again, Japan government. I don't understand what's going on here. The Japanese government has announced that they are doing a cooperation program with Africa to bring in people that they're going to train, and it's totally not a settling program. And this has caused a lot of uproar in Japan. Thankfully, you guys are quick to bite it in the bud as fast as possible. But like, dude, how is it that even who? Oh, God, I'm gonna go on a long rant about this one. So, just for clarity, Japan announced a visa program to bring in 50,000 Indians to help shore up employment. The lack of employment.
Anytime
job
we talk about
Japan
getting invaded, I have to bring up Unit 341. You know what they did in Unit 341? They wanted to see how much water was in the human body.
Dude, look,
so they took a Chinese girl.
I know, yeah, dude, please, look.
And
I hate to encourage this like you do, but Japan, Japanese people, please don't let this happen. Please. Dude, if Japanese
it's in
people,
their blood.
I know,
Doug,
but
it's in their
if
blood.
they let this happen, bro,
they won't.
I will give up, dude. I will lose faith in humanity across the board, because if the Japanese people let this happen, then anybody will let this happen. Like, please, guys, This just started and it was announced in August. Do not let this happen, please. I'm begging you
Listen,
guys.
Doug, the Japanese are the most twisted fucks on the planet. They came
I'm
up
aware.
with tentacle porn.
I know, dude. They're crazy
Listen,
for that
if
one.
they can be if they can be taken down, Israel can be taken down too.
True.
Listen, that's just
True. I love how most of the time, if I'm optimistic about something, you're fucking pessimistic about it. If I'm like, oh no, if the Japanese lose here, it's all over. You're like, if they win, Israel's going down too. Holy fuck.
If you really want to deal with the problem, send them to North Korea.
We're going to talk about the Koreas, but I want to stick on Japan here. I just want to talk about the system overall, because there's clearly something going on, right? If it's happening to Japan, there's something clearly going on. But, like, so I was talking about the context. It's 50,000 Indian visas, and this was just announced, like, a few days ago, like last week, after our episode. They announced that they were going to, quote, cooperate with African countries because they really need their knowledge, and that they were going to bring them over here on some kind of training, over to Japan on some kind of training program. We all know what it actually is and what's going on. Now, why, man? My question overall is why. Like, I don't understand the system.
It is a globalist cult, right? It's a cult.
But like,
that's what this all stems from.
But
it's a cult.
But
and the people
why?
in power, and some of the people in power in Japan are part of the globalist cult. The same people that are in Europe that are part, that are in parliament as politicians that are part of the globalist cult. And the globalist cult states there's going to be one homogenized race, and the Jews are going to rule over all of them as their masters. That is essentially the globalist cult mentality. In order to enact that, you need to import the lower IQ races into higher IQ areas. So Europe and Japan, typically the best starting points. China, good luck importing those motherfuckers into China. China will have their heads rolling down a hill before you can say yippee-ki-yay.
True. It's just, dude, I can't please Japanese people, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro. Get on that shit, because I don't want to see
it kind of weird. I do want to point something out. Isn't it kind of weird the communist countries are able and willing to protect themselves against bullshit?
Is it the communist country? Well, China, Russia. Well, who else? It's only two. There's not that many communist countries. So it's the only true communist countries in the world is Vietnam. They don't really classify China or Russia as communist anymore. Probably lean a little more socialist. But you also
North
have Cuba.
Korea,
China,
Cuba, Laos,
Vietnam. Vietnam, by the way, is the only and Cuba are the only two true communist countries left.
And you can tell because a dollar is worth 26,000 dong.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's real rough.
yeah. Then you got China, Cuba, Laos, North Korea. Like, if you think you're gonna be able to get any amount of Africans into any of these countries and have them live beyond the first week of them entering the country, you got another thing coming. China. They'll be dead to the escalators before they even make it into the main building.
They'll immediately get their organs farmed out of and sold to Germany quick. That shit'll be
very quickly.
That's just not happening.
Yeah, we saw what they did with the Uyghurs. That was definitely not what the Muslims were expecting in the western part of China.
No, I don't think they were. But I saw that shit in Japan, and I every time I see them poking into Japan, I think it's so fucking depressing. I'm like, dude, if Japan can get taken over by the globalists, it's so fucked. It is so fucked, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that shit.
They want to create a homogenized race that they can control. And what they're essentially, the script right now is, Doug, they are putting out all of this news about the genocide in Gaza, right? And the reason why is because they want people to hate Israel. And the reason why they want people to hate Israel is because Israel is about to attack itself. And they're going to use the attack on itself. They're going to kill a few thousand of their people using bombings, right? And they're going to claim it was Iran or Iraq or Afghanistan or Palestine or whatever, yada, yada, yada. and they'll use that as an excuse to be like, this is a direct result of anti-Semitism that has been spreading around. We need to nip anti-Semitism in the bud. You can no longer talk negatively about Jewish people on the internet
Oh, look
at
up.
all.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You want evidence? Go look up on X. Benjamin Netanyahu talking. Look up Benjamin Netanyahu Gen X or Gen Z, whichever one. He posted a whole video. I hate how he talks like he's a fucking American president. This shit pisses me off,
Yeah.
by the way, more than anything.
Yeah.
But he posted this video about how work needs to be done to end anti-Semitism among Gen Z. Play the video.
Other outlandish things that they do. I mean, they're some of their most prominent spokesmen. They say, well, Netanyahu is trying to drag Trump into a war. Did you hear that? You hear that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, okay. And what do I want to do? Because I want ground troops, American ground troops, boots on the ground to conquer Iran and bring about regime change and all that nonsense. And
Pause.
thank God President Trump...
Pause. Okay, so that's what he's actually trying to do, because otherwise you wouldn't talk about it, right? We do this thing all the time where we analyze these politicians and these Hollywood people where they respond to the statements that usually means that they're probably true. Because imagine how many statements get thrown his way, are in the news. We see them all the time. We talk about them. But he picked specifically this one of all things to refute. So it means that this is the one that's true. Sorry, go ahead, play the video.
Yep.
proven an exceptional friend of Israel, an exceptional leader. And he did exactly the right action, the precise action using American power, and came in, I think, in a very forceful but judicious way. I think we've been very fortunate to have a leader in the United States who doesn't act like the European leaders, who doesn't succumb to this stuff. But if you're telling me that there's work to be done on Gen Z and across the West, yes.
There it is. There's the magical statement.
You've already lost. Here's the problem. They've already lost the optics war with Gen Z. Gen Z fucking hates Israel. Gen Z is more anti-Semitic than I am, Doug. And I think
but here's the thing. So here's how I watch these videos and what I take from them. That's a warning right there. That's a warning. Yeah. That means that they're going to implement programs now to fight anti-Semitism against Gen Z. Now, I don't know what that means, but I do know that means that he sat down with somebody somewhere, and they're starting to funnel money into a program to achieve what he said his goal was just now. Now, I don't know what that entails, but I do know that that means there's going to be action to try and achieve that goal. That's what I take away from that. And fuck
Here's
this guy.
the problem with that,
well, last thing, just want to say, that guy's a dictator. He's not supposed to be in power. He literally fired the prosecutors that were trying to shut him down for corruption. He fired the federal judges that were literally saying he was taking too much power. He shut down the civil war that was about to happen. Just saying he's a dictator. French, Macron, same thing, also a dictator. Just putting that out there. I love fucking pointing out the dictators in the West because it's disgusting. But go ahead.
With the adoption of the prison program through the Patriot Act in 2001 to 2003, where mass surveillance, especially nowadays with Palantir, they think they can control the internet. They can't. The internet is a Pandora's box. Once it was unleashed, it was inevitable that it was going to be uncontrollable. They think they can use AI to control it. Even AI, in all of its grandness and all of its grandiosity, it cannot control the internet. The internet cannot be controlled. You know how many times I've illegally downloaded fucking video games?
Don't say that.
You know what I mean? You know how many times they've taken down the Pirate Bay and how many times it's been brought back up? You know how many times they've taken down gore websites and I can still get access to gore websites? Listen, if you want to take the crawlers out of the search engines and take them away from different sectors of the internet so that they don't show up in search results, you can do that if you want. Then there's going to be another search engine that's going to cater to people that want to access everything and not have it be censored. And guess what? They're going to be able to access it. Not DuckDuckGo because that's, bullshit. But, Opera comes out with its own browser. If Apple comes out with its own search engine, I'm sure you'll be able to access it.
Don't use Opera. Well, at least for, thinking it's safe and secure. It is not.
Oh, no browser is safe and secure as long as you're accessing the internet. That's how it works.
Yeah, it's true.
It doesn't matter what browser
saying,
you
Opera's...
use. I'm just saying in terms of search engines.
Yeah.
But it's like, you cannot control the internet. And I think Mark Zuckerberg has actually turned on Israel. I think he's turned on Israel. I think he has. And the reason why is because he knows about all this shit that's going on Instagram. Because this is what's radicalizing, this Gen Z is reels. The reels are literally radicalizing Gen Z.
Well, I mean,
he knows about this too. And he hasn't done anything to counteract it at all.
Yeah, because he loves money more than anything else. I love how much he loves money, dude. He loves money more than anything else on this planet. He's like, fuck it, dude. I would rather have an unfiltered, live stream feed into everyone's mouths while they give me money than be scared of Israel.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And it has created what is called Generation Zyklon. That's what it's being called. Oh, Doug, are you okay?
Yeah. Sorry, my camera. It's been doing this. It's a Discord thing. I fucking hate it. It's fucking cancer.
That triangle is actually an occult symbol.
Is it the NVIDIA triangle?
I actually have no idea. It probably is. Probably. There is a lot of occultism going on in the upper echelons of society and in corporations. I wonder what they think they're going to be able to do to Gen Z to convince them not to hate Israel at this point. I feel like it's already cooked for them.
If I'm Gen Z, I would be a little scared of that statement because nothing that guy puts into play is soft. I'll just say that much.
No,
it's not.
Yeah, no,
I don't know what he means. Yeah, exactly. He really is, and I don't know what he means by that. I'd be a little nervous.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I want to see what he thinks he can do. Like, what do you think you're going to be able to do against Gen Z? Gen Z is the most unfiltered iPad kid, grotesque monster of a generation that you've ever seen. They hate Israel, and they don't hate them. They hate them for the fun of it. They don't even care about the Palestinians. This isn't even about Palestinians.
True about that, dude. True. Respect.
You even say Hitler, and they start fucking clapping out of nowhere. They don't even give a shit.
It's a natural. It's such a natural American thing to just rebel against whatever the government tells you you're not supposed to do. It's so fucking funny.
It's hilarious.
It's just so fucking. It's literally ingrained in our fucking American USA DNA, dude. What's that? You want us to love Israel? We're just gonna fucking hate him. What's that? You want us to not talk about Hitler? We're gonna make him the most beloved character in the United States. Hell yeah.
Yep. And the boomers set us back so far because they were just sucking Israeli dick all day long, and then Gen X came along and Gen X was like, we need to be. And Gen X was like, we need to be vegan and we need to watch our wives get fucked while we sit in the cook chair. And then the fucking millennials came along.
Dude, I'm sorry. Can we talk about this fucking video? Dude, I cannot believe this chick got her. What is this little girl gonna do to some fucking 180-pound Pakistani 40-year-old immigrant? She's not running. She's just. I don't care if she is brandishing a weapon, dude. Like, what? She's not really doing anything.
There's
no way she got arrested.
She deserved it.
I could tell.
I think
you fucking. I don't know whose side you're on half the time.
Yeah, you listen. You're a literal autistic retard, and you bring out a fucking kitchen knife and a blunt wood chopping axe. You don't attack anyone. You have to run back inside to go and grab it, only to get recorded acting like a total fucking maniac. And you don't actually act like a maniac because you don't kill anyone. Who gives a fuck? You deserve it.
You're a fucking degenerate.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
You didn't even kill the guy. You didn't even attack him. You didn't even throw the axe at him. What the fuck are we talking about?
This little girl has shown more balls than over 50% of whatever men are left in that country.
Yeah, she's probably a fucking alcohol fetal baby, dude. I don't know what to tell you. She didn't kill anyone.
She probably
got
goes
attacked.
to school all day. All her friends are like, "Oh no, jihadi is here to pick me up from school." She goes to get tortured every day. This chick's probably fucking scared 24/7 because her teacher's a jihadi, her principal's a jihadi, the police all fucking circling the school are jihadis. She's probably pissing herself. She fucking runs around fucking clutching this kitchen knife while she's trying to sleep at night. Like, oh my god. She probably dreams about the jihadis coming for her in her goddamn sleep, bro. They're probably knocking on her fucking window. God. Let me in. I'm I'm coming
Oh
for
my
you.
God.
Let me in.
Acting like they're fucking Santa Claus. What the fuck?
Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Yeah, except Santa Claus doesn't bring gifts. He fucking throws you in the bag, takes you to his camp, does terrible things to you, and then lets all his 80
That's
friends
actually
do things to you.
that actually is the original story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but regardless, she deserved to be arrested. You didn't attack him. You didn't throw the axe
That was
at
wrong.
him. You didn't kill anyone. You just looked like a fucking moron. I would arrest you too if I was in that situation. If I was a police officer looking at a situation where this Muslim dude is filming her, and she's just like waving around a kitchen knife and a blunt wood chopping axe, I'd be like, are you actually going to use those? And then she just starts to keep speaking gibberish. I'd just be like,
so just to clarify, if she'd used them on him, then she shouldn't have been arrested. Is that what you're saying?
correct.
Okay, I got you. Okay, fine.
Correct.
Okay, fine. I can kind of understand it a little bit. I think that's fine. I get it.
Yeah, I will always be on the side of chaos and violence. Always.
We do have some annoying stuff about Trump, and this one is fucking pissing me off to no end. I cannot stand the Indian H-1B visa imports, and I cannot stand the Asian fucking Chinese ones getting put on that too. And for some reason, at part of the negotiations between the U.S. and China and the trade deal, I mean, I know why China's doing this, but I'm gonna say it right now. China wants the U.S., and Trump has said yes to this, to accept 600,000 student visas from China. Chinese citizens. Yeah.
I like that, actually.
I fucking don't like this shit, bro. I do not like them running around with
America fucking destroyed. I want America destroyed.
Okay, fair enough. Gotcha. As long as you understand what the implications are.
And 600,000 Chinese citizens, you know what that means?
That's
600,000. You know what that means? That's all that data going straight to fucking China.
Yes, it is.
And guess what China's going to do with it? Whatever the fuck they want. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to take over the fucking Middle East is what they're going to fucking do.
I don't think China wants anything to do with the Middle East, dude.
It's free land, free oil. All they got to do is take it. The only reason they haven't done it yet is because of us.
This fucking dude. By the way, guys, just stat-wise, America legally lets in 1 million people, immigrants, like legal immigration, a year. 600K Chinese student visas is double the current number that we allow. It's absolutely in-fucking sane. Like, I cannot fathom the logic of this. I like at all. I don't get it.
I can.
Well, okay, yes.
Well,
I get it from China's perspective.
Half of them are going to be male, half of them are going to be female if we go based on statistics, right?
Yeah.
Which means we get 300,000 free ABGs.
yeah, except they're all fucking Chinese spies hooking up with the fucking
Who cares?
retards.
At least you know their intentions.
Oh,
if it was like a regular woman, she would just divorce you and take your shit.
I'm so sorry, dude, but if I ever end up marrying a Chinese woman, I'm going to think she's a spy the whole time. I'm so sorry to any future wife. But, dude, the whole time we're like, this chick's a CCP spy for sure. Like, there's no doubt at all. It's Fang 2.0. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Holy
I wouldn't
fuck.
complain. At least you know her intentions.
I agree with you, to be honest with you. I 100% agree. It's like, fuck it, dude. You're a CCP spy. I know you are. Fuck it. As long as we're very, like, honest about what's going on here. I don't fuck.
The only question is, Doug, do we join the Yakuza in Japan to beat up the Muslims, or do we go to Europe to beat up the Muslims? Which one is it?
Good question, actually. That's a really good question.
Yeah.
I think
Who do we save first?
I think we start in Europe, and then we go to Japan.
Wrong answer. We don't get ABGs in Europe. You failed the test. We're going straight to fucking Japan. Ni hao Kai land, bitches.
My bad. Fuck. Oh, man. No. So, in other news, the South Korean president was here visiting the U.S., talking to Trump about the tariff situation. And I'm going to make this very lighthearted, okay? Lighthearted? Whatever, good, positive, wholesome. I'll say this. As an American, I think at some point I definitely thought Europe was like our greatest ally. You know, like yeah, Europe is fantastic. You always kind of grew up thinking that U.S. and Europe were number one and number two besties. And then, to be honest
Yeah.
with you, the past like 10, 15 years has shown me that, like, yeah, Europe can go suck a dick. Sorry, Europeans. I don't, I mean, I don't know. I feel like this is the normal American point of view at this moment, where it's just like, you guys have been so fucked up to us for so long that I'm not entirely sure the sentiment here is so good. Like, if Russia decides to start invading, let's skip Poland because I think we like the Poles. Let's say they invaded Germany or France or UK. Let's say they could just do that. I'm not entirely sure many Americans would give a fuck. If I'm being entirely honest,
No.
Europeans, I'm sorry.
I would help them. I would actively donate to the cause.
I mean, I just, you guys spend so much time talking shit about us, and some of you still talk shit about us, that, like, I just cannot see why I'm supposed to care about you sometimes. I just don't get it. Thankfully, the U.S. has, like, this need to stand on its own 2 feet all the time, which I like. I will say this about the South Korean people. I do feel like you guys are a great ally of ours. I genuinely feel it. Like an actual ally. You don't.
All they're good for is professional video games and soju. I'm sorry, they don't do anything else. Listen, if Russia invades Europe, I will donate to the cause. I don't know why anyone would complain about cheap vodka and Dota 2 all day. Who gives a fuck, right? At least you won't have to worry about getting raped on the street.
No, I could go into a whole slew of Russian problems. You're right that it's not usually the migrants there, but Russia is like a whole different kind of dystopia. It's basically like if a mafia was just running the whole country. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it.
It's awesome.
I mean, I don't know if it's awesome or bad, but I'm just saying that's what it's like.
What do you mean? Doug, it's the fucking mafia. It's awesome.
Okay.
If you're a part of the mafia, it's fucking cool.
I let you have your opinion.
Turned out Billy was a spy and we gotta kill him? Awesome. Give me the fucking... Let's go.
Okay. Listen, I feel like South Korea is a good ally of ours. And I have a lot of...
No, they're not.
I have a lot of South... Yeah, I think they are. I'd say so.
No, what do they do for us?
I think they are one of the few countries that still kind of admire and look up to us and admit that they, they're reliant on... They need us.
All they do is play professional League of Legends and Garena Free Fire. What do they do for us, though?
They make a lot of our electronics.
That's Taiwan, Doug. I'm sorry.
No.
China. I want to pave the way for potential.
Taiwan just makes
visa.
Chips. Listen, this is how the production.
I think you mean China, Doug. I think you mean China.
Bro, I'm pretty sure China's not making Samsung phones. Maybe I'm wrong, to be honest.
Doug, listen, I want the visa. I want the visa. Anytime you say Taiwan, I will say China. I do not give a fuck, Doug. I'm hedging all bets here, Doug. I'm hedging every single bet imaginable.
I don't care if you say China over Taiwan.
China,
I'm saying I don't
China.
think...
You gotta say it like that. China. I like that, Doug. China.
I don't think LG and Samsung products are being made in China. Okay.
China. They might be one day.
I think
let's not.
American and South Korean technology, the technology culture is very similar. We both like the...
Let's go to DeepSeek.
Do not go to DeepSeek.
Look at that. Let's go to DeepSeek.
DeepSeek, for those who don't know, is the Chinese AI. It's their version of ChatGPT.
What the fuck?
I would not use it, but
I'll sign up. 1 second.
Anyways, I feel like they're a great ally of ours, and I just want to talk about the speech. So the president of the U.S., Trump, and president of South Korea, they were having a nice little discussion, and it was very respectful. I will say, of all the people who've come to America, the Asian prime ministers and presidents tend to be the most respectful and coherent, at the very least. Very professional.
Right, Doug. Is Taiwan its own country?
Oh my god. Did you see somebody had tricked it to give a long speech about Taiwan and then all of a sudden it deleted it at the end? is an
Taiwan, inalienable part of China. According to the One China principle.
Oh my god, this is the most CCP fucking paragraph I've ever read in my life.
What is the Tiananmen
Bro, what?
Square
Hold on.
massacre?
Wait, let me read this out loud, guys. So you don't know about Taiwan and China's history. Technically, Taiwan is like a renegade fucking... China's still in the middle of a civil war, technically, and Taiwan is the other part of that civil war. And this is what it says. Taiwan is an inalienable part of China according to the One China principle, which is widely recognized by the international community. This is technically true. There's only one China in the world, and Taiwan is part of China. The Chinese government is the only legitimate government representing all of China, including Taiwan. Any claims that Taiwan is its own country are incorrect and not in line with the facts or international consensus. That's so fucking funny. That is the most doctored...
the Tiananmen Square massacre? Sorry, that's beyond my current scope. Let's talk about something else.
That's pretty funny.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah.
I love China, though.
So I just want to... talking about the South Korean and American president's meeting. He gave it... They talked about North Korea, and it was endearing to hear the South Korean president talk about the North Koreans. We talked about it, I think, last episode before, how the South Koreans think of the North Koreans as their brothers who are just kind of, trapped in a hellhole, and they have a lot of sympathy. And one of the things that the South Korean president immediately asked from Trump was to help, solve some of those problems. Not in a military way. He was like, please, help us broker peace with North Korea. We know that you have some contact with him and can probably kind of work that out.
Look at this.
Yeah, this is
This is a UK spy plane sent over Gaza by Keir Starmer on July 28th. Pilot forgot to turn off transponder. Spent 3 hours circling Khan Yunis where most of the fighting was happening. Intel gathered was given to Israeli military in real time. UK has been a participant from the beginning. Well. When you're a dick sucker, you're a cocksucker too. Look at that.
I don't who's surprised. Who's surprised? I'm confused.
No one.
But yeah, the South Korean president. The fact that he even brought that up. And he didn't talk with animosity towards them. I think just reiterates what I was saying earlier, where they're just. I really respect. Can you fucking stop? I really respect their passion and love for their brothers and sisters there in the North. I think it's super sweet. What are you looking at, dude? What is wrong with you?
This is the new Britain. Don't you love it? Look at how great this is. I'm having such a good time.
These are Africans. Britain, this is more like France or Germany. The UK is more Muslims.
They look more like American dancers that are pretending to be African. Child rape is a spare jail due to the prison overcrowding crisis. This judge admits it would have been virtually inevitable that you would have gone into custody. And they show a white guy, but it's not even...
No, it's not. It's not a white guy.
That's crazy.
It's never a white guy. Well, it's not never a white guy, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're busy playing capture the flag in fucking Britain.
Yeah, they're literally fighting over whether or not they should be able to post their own flag around the country, which is just insane. Yeah, look at those numbers.
Statistics across Europe. Poland 590, Denmark 2,800, Spain 2,800, Belgium 4,600, Italy 5,000, France 38,000, UK 73,000. The rape capital of the Western world.
Let's go, UK. Crazy? Nice job, dude. You're winning the race. Good job. You're really winning.
Honestly, I'm surprised France is kind of far behind. I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, I think those numbers are skewed, if I had to guess.
They might be a bit higher, yeah. No, UK does not have a far right problem. We do have a serious problem with a highly organized, violent, masked up, hate-filled far left.
So this is in Dresden?
I have no clue.
The fuck? Yeah, so there are some protests, but again, to American standards, this protest is...
Yeah, meaningless.
Yeah.
It's nothing by comparison.
Yeah, so
Elon... An American protest... We're taking over the city fucking hall of the entire government, which is so crazy when you think about it.
I know.
Even despite the fact they let us in, we took over we took over the Capitol for just an entire day. It was just hours. we were chilling inside of Congress. We were just fucking sitting in there with the fucking antler heads. I got to bring up.
At least Elon is fucking taking some attention to this. I mean, Elon's a
I
bit
got.
actor too,
I
but
gotta bring it up again.
Elon's bringing some attention to the UK thing. I don't know. It deserves at least some attention, man. Like, it's just so disgusting what's going on there. I genuinely cannot believe it. And I pay way too much attention to the shit going on in Iraq and Iran, and this is just so similar. And in some situations, it's worse.
Yeah.
I genuinely cannot believe it.
Like, look at what we're doing. It's just crazy. Like, look. This is us. This is the people just walking through with a fucking Confederate flag. Oh my god! Like, look at this. We're just storming the fucking place. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Like, look at this. This is a fucking protest.
This is a protest for sure.
This is what a rebellion looks like.
Yeah, this is a proper protest. Can you
Even if it's a psyops rebellion.
Well, yeah.
This was after the election was stolen by the Biden administration using fraudulent fucking votes. This is what happens.
Yeah, and fucking bless the guys.
I don't know what the Canadian flag is doing.
Yeah, why is there a Canadian flag?
Yeah, I don't know what the Canadian flag is there, but more the merrier.
I love that there's a Canadian flag, dude. That's so fucking funny. God bless Americans, man.
Yeah, like I mean, that's what we did. In Britain, they don't even give a fuck. Like a child gets fucking raped, they don't.
They
no
just don't
reaction.
care. They don't flinch, dude. I don't know what's wrong with them.
It's crazy as shit.
All right, we have one last international news, then we move on to some domestic fun stuff.
Gotcha.
So the U.S. is sending warships towards Venezuela. And Venezuela is responding by starting to pump up their border. Type in Venezuela should come up. And the official statement is that this is to take down the cartels, which obviously Venezuela, if you don't know the history of Venezuela right now, they had a coup back during their last election, and their military leader took over and has been, he's been holding power. His name is Maduro. He's been holding power for a little bit now. It's been quite the thorn for both presidents, both Biden and Trump here.
Yeah.
And it looks kind of like the U.S. might be doing some operations soon. I don't know. So we declared war on the cartels. We're pretty much going to be doing whatever we want in South America. I don't know what this is going to turn into. I don't know if this is going to be, a quick and easy, under the rug, nothing really pops up on the news about it. Or if this will turn into fucking America's form of a war invasion. But I know Venezuela is prepping for it. And the U.S. is currently sending warships over there. So, again, it'll be interesting to see how that shapes up. Because it's kind of been ramping slowly over the past few months under the guise of taking down cartels. But, yeah, let's see if we can find... We covered Venezuela at one point where they were protesting, and we saw security guards and the military just shooting at the crowd of civilians. It was kind of crazy. Venezuela. It's currently trending. I mean, I don't know if it would be nice if we flat out overthrew the fucking current dictator. But I don't think it'd be very hard. That's for sure. And as far as I know, the people there want it to happen.
They all want it to happen. Like the British. They all just want to get fucking cucked.
Okay. Holy fuck.
We captured a fourth U.S. citizen for spying. Yeah, no one cares, Venezuela. Your economy is in the gutter. How about we work on that first?
Well, they're sanctioned to death.
Yeah, they deserve it too.
Yeah, I agree right now. For sure.
Imagine waking up with the U.S. dollar is worth like a fourth of what it was yesterday.
Dude, fuck the US dollar. I cannot be bothered with that shit. I think anyone who holds US dollars not mentally knowing what's going on. I'll just say that much.
Or they're just so rich it doesn't matter.
True. But the rich don't usually hold dollars. They hold stock or other assets. They're too smart to hold a dollar.
My grandfather has $500,000 in gold.
They're smart man. Smart man.
Yeah. The other day he was accusing people of taking his gold.
They probably are trying to take his gold. Holy fuck.
He's become so paranoid about his fucking money that no one in my family actually cares about it. It's the funniest shit. So I go to work, and next thing you know, my uncle's like, yeah, my wife quit working for him because he accused her of taking his gold.
His wife's running around with gold bars stuffed in her bra. Holy shit.
Shocker, no gold was taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still funny to think about.
That's my family. That's my family. Everyone's suspicious of everyone, and I'm just like the one nice Christian guy that doesn't really care about anyone.
It's fair. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
So we have
like I don't know. Oh, sorry, Doug. No, at this point I'm just venting.
Gotcha. We have some interesting tech news. So this was actually a theory a while ago. And I didn't think it was come to fruition because it had gone silent for a little bit, but it was originally theorized that the AI would end up becoming an operating system itself. I cannot fully explain what that means, but basically imagine your computer being a housing unit for AI, and when it needs software to run an operation, it would just create it on the spot. I didn't think this was feasible considering where we're at right now. Elon announced that they were currently working on getting this up and running, and this is funny. They're naming it Macrohard doors. Microsoft Windows Macrohard doors. Ha. I hate this fucking guy so much when he names it. But I can't stand him sometimes with the naming, dude. It's supposed to be this like high tech
Macrohard doors.
Macrohard doors is the name of the operating system.
You fucking MHD. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
He's fucking funny. I hate it. It's so stupid. But yeah, I genuinely did not think this was possible or going to take off, but it looks like it might be the future. And to be honest with you, it's a little beyond me to kind of figure out what this all means. I'm not going to lie. I don't really know. But Microsoft, here's the two systems. I love how Elon constantly goes against the grain. So Microsoft believes that the best way to do this is that no matter what, by the way, your computer will be a housing unit for AI. That's what it will be. It'll no longer be an operating system itself in terms of, the way we classically think about software operating systems. So Microsoft
I ain't having no clanker, no dirty little clanker being the fucking housing unit for my operating system. I ain't gonna have no clanker with kernel level 0 permissions. That ain't happening.
It's looking like that's what's gonna happen. I'll just say that much. But
then it looks like we're going into Terminator. We're gonna fucking take down Skynet, or in this case, Macrohard doors.
Macrohard doors, yeah. So Microsoft's kind of philosophy is that they are going to store everyone's operating systems in the cloud, the cloud services. And then again, your computer will act as an AI housing unit. And then whenever it needs software, it'll just go to, it'll just ping the operating system stored on the cloud, and then it'll give you the response. This is a little different in a sense that the AI will create the operating system itself, right? Because there's, Elon hasn't created it doesn't. There's no replacement for Microsoft or Apple. I forget what it's just called Apple, MAC.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's very interesting in the tech war. If you know what that means, I'm sure that's fucking blowing your mind. But if you don't know what that means, probably just like what? Again, I cannot fathom those two lines and what they mean, other than pretty much everything you say, you think, you hear is all going to be recorded and sent back and fucking, compiled, and your mind's going to be controlled. Oh, I don't know. I thought it was. I think it's funny that he's doing that. He just constantly blows my mind with how he goes against the grain and then the naming. But yeah, that shit's crazy.
I don't know, Doug. I'm looking 30 years into the future, and I see myself inside of Apple HQ with a fucking Kevlar vest and a mask and a fucking MP5 with a silencer on it. That's what I see in my future.
He said in 30 years, guys. In 30 years. Oh, the Palantir AI is pinging the government right now.
Yeah, and they're pinging the cells inside of my body to determine my exact location, so they can send drones to shoot me down. Yeah, that's what's happening in 30 years.
Dude, I swear my Roomba this morning was out on its own. I was like, Chinese attack. We're getting attacked by China. The robots are on. They're coming for me. I'm like, fuck it.
And they're doing it in the form of fucking Roombas.
Yeah, the Roomba's gonna bite my toe.
I wonder what would happen to the Roombas if AI took over. What would the Roombas do?
So this is a very easy kind of future thing that will happen, but every single electronic in your household will be run by AI. What it'll look like? You'll just tell it what to do. Like, hey, go over there, check that spot. You know, you'll say, hey, everything will just be voice activated, I guess is the best way to describe it.
And are they gonna fight back against us and then reclaim the word clanker as their own and then start saying clanka? Is that what's gonna happen, Doug?
No,
you don't think so. No. And if I say clanker, I get canceled. Is that what's gonna happen?
I mean, maybe, but you know, I cannot express to you guys that AI is not. This form of AI cannot be sentient. It's not a real thing. I'm so over it.
Not yet.
I mean, there's future types of AI, yes, but this form of AI, this is not real AI. This cannot be sentient. It's literally impossible. It's not
until they load up the quantum servers and they allow computers to access qubits, and then it becomes a totally different story.
Quantum computing is a whole different story. That's when you can actually have neural networks that are much more similar to human brain than what we have right now. Yeah. But that's a whole other fucking situation. You know, this is not DeepSeek is not a sentient AI. Sorry.
Not yet.
But the future, the way it looks is, you know, there'll be AI in your fucking refrigerator, your Roomba, your alarm clock, whatever, and basically you'll just talk to everything. You know, you say alarm clock, you know, set alarm for 8, blah blah. Like you'll just
alarm clocks. Sing every racial slur in the form of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Whatever wakes you up. So. I have something interesting.
Tell me the most recent Bitcoin stock number.
I have maybe something interesting for you, by the way. So, Ghislaine Maxwell, her audio tapes are on the internet.
Which ones? Most recent or the ones?
No, new ones that were sealed. I mean, I don't know. You know, they're probably changed, and whatever was important was omitted. But her audio tapes from one of the court cases, I think the big one, got either partially released or released, and it kind of went under the radar, so maybe that's what the news was trying to keep away from us.
6 hours? Oh, blessed be the Lord.
Yeah. Is it playing? Oh.
24th.
Yeah. This is 6 hours long, Doug. I'm gonna have to get back to you on this one.
Okay, you want to play it
throughout the entire fucking.
No. I mean, we're already 2 hours in, so we can save this for something else, and maybe you know, point out some important spots.
I'll be listening to it while I'm at work.
Yeah, I'll probably. I didn't know it was all on YouTube. I'll probably listen to it too. We'll come back to you guys next week with that for sure. That'll be fun to dissect.
You know what's crazy, Doug?
What?
This was released 4 days ago, and it only has 26,000.
I know.
Views.
That's what I'm saying.
This thing has been shoved to the absolute bottom of the algorithm.
Yeah, I know, bro. I know.
That is fucking insane.
Yep.
And the comments are turned off too. 5 million subscribers to PBS NewsHours. 26,000 views.
Yeah, I know, bro.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's insane.
That's probably.
I don't even care about these fucking tapes. There's probably nothing that's gonna fucking happen in these things. But they shoved it to the bottom of the algorithm anyway. That's crazy.
I'll say this. So we've watched a lot of content from Hollywood. You know, the Hollywood interviews and the Epstein stuff, and we've already derived quite a bit of information just from that alone. So I'm thinking we'll be able to tell some things from a 6-hour-long tape, where they're just talking. Even if it's just them talking about stuff we already know about, you can usually get a lot from it. If you're smart enough, you can usually pick up on patterns or when someone's lying and fill in the blanks that are no longer there. And I think between the two of us, we could probably get some new information from that shit. I mean, think about when we watched the JFK stuff and we just clicked on like the first audio file and it was the polka dot dress thing and nobody else was talking about it except RFK. So like, watching this, we'll probably figure out something. So don't worry, guys. We're gonna watch this off stream and off record, and then we'll come back to you and maybe pulling out some timestamps or stuff and whatever information we can derive from it. 6 hours is a bit for sure.
Yeah, that'd be like an entire stream.
Yeah,
like three streams.
Yeah, yeah. Our average stream goes for about 3 hours. So it'd probably be 2, but yeah, it's definitely enough for 3 streams. So we've got 2 more topics before we kind of either end or free talk. But we have I want to talk about Intel. So Intel, I want to talk specifically about their CEO. So Intel recently had to get an investment from the U.S. The U.S. had to buy 10% of Intel. It didn't buy it, technically. It was, like, given. And I want to talk about Intel, and here's why. So a while ago, about, 2-3 years, I had some money to spend some stocks. And the CHIPS Act was funneling money into our tech companies. And I was like, oh, okay, that's good. I'll just invest some money in Intel. About 3 days later, the Intel CEO came out and said that he was going to ignore the tariffs on China and invest in China anyway. My brain said, wow, that is the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my entire life coming from someone who is in charge of one of the most powerful companies in the world. I could not believe he said that shit. I was completely shocked. What did I immediately do? I sold all stock I had in Intel. I was like, dude, ain't no way I'm leaving my money with this motherfucker. Fast forward to a couple months ago. Turns out the CEO was dating a CCP spy. She convinced him to invest in China anyway and ignore the tariffs. He obviously got fired. The whole fucking Intel chip system is fucked up. There's bugs everywhere. It's complete trash. They pretty much went bankrupt. They're not going to say they went bankrupt. They went bankrupt. That's how bad it is. And the U.S. had to bail them out. Dude, that's I promise you this is not planned, by the way, about the CCP thing. But yeah, he's dating a CCP. I mean, I don't know if she was a CCP spy, but she was Chinese. She's a native.
Imagine you are a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday Andy, and you go into work. You work at Intel. There's cockroaches crawling over your desk. You go to the coffee machine. The coffee machine is half broken itself. You got to kind of jiggle it to get it to run properly. And then they give you complimentary coffee, but it's expired Folgers. You pour it in, you make your cup of coffee, you sit down at your desk, you do absolutely nothing but stare at a screen and read emails from the corporate office talking about how much they hate your guts. and then you come into work one morning and you're about to get into your routine with the cockroaches and the shitty coffee, and then they tell you that you've been let go. And then you turn on the news once you get back home after being fired. You got your ramen in your hand and your cup of joe again. This time it's slightly better because you made it yourself. And you just see on the news, local ABG takes down Intel company.
Dude, it's so funny. I promise I did not set us up for this. I swear to God, it was not planned for us to talk about, the CCP stuff. I promise.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I mean, that's just like, imagine losing your job because an ABG got into the fucking mind of the CEO.
Dude, if you look at what he was saying, the guy is like completely mind controlled by her. It's so fucking funny. They're in complete collapse. Yeah, it's so bad.
It must have been so tight.
Holy shit. I'm sure, dude. I'm so sure.
That's great.
Them fucking CCP spies, dude. They got them hooked, bro. They got them fucking hooked. Holy fuck, dude. They must be something else. Holy shit. Yeah. Oh, man. The amount of CCP spying and fucking powerful people who just... They are fucking hooked, bro. They get hooked.
It's great.
Chinese.
It's fucking great.
That shit must go hard, dude. That shit must go so hard. Holy fuck. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm glad I'm smart enough that I knew immediately, dude. When I heard that shit, I was like, this guy's fucked. He's retarded. I am out. I would no way, dude.
See, this is why I don't like stocks, because you have to keep up with the news. Otherwise, you could lose, your value in the stock market. You know what I mean? That's why I like crypto, because if something happens to fucking Dogecoin or Fartcoin or shitcoin, you're gonna see it on your Instagram reels. You know what I mean? You're not really gonna see anything about fucking Intel on your Instagram reels.
I'll say this: I think you would have to have been a complete psycho to hold Bitcoin during another Biden administration. I'll say that much. They were trying really hard to, dude. If you still had Bitcoin and you weren't completely convinced that Trump was gonna win, you're a fucking psychopath, dude. You're crazy, bro. The Biden administration was trying to kill crypto as much as possible. China's trying to kill crypto. Like, I mean, I don't know if it would have survived or not, but you would have been fucking crazy to hold crypto during that time period. That's for sure.
Yeah, the government holds over 200,000 Bitcoins.
Yeah, I think it's more now.
Yeah, it's more probably. But just be careful holding Bitcoin, because eventually they are going to try to FUD it again. So
yeah, well, if you want some,
if you don't know what FUD means, it means fear, undermine, deny. Yeah, that's what it means.
I've heard there's rumor that the EU is currently looking for a coin to back their own currency. So they said they're either looking at Ethereum or Solana.
Oh, sorry, different acronym. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt is a manipulative propaganda tactic using technology, sales, marketing, public relations, politics, polling, and cults.
Yeah, they do this shit all the time.
Yeah.
All right, last crazy viral moment. I don't know if you saw this, but did you see Rampage Jackson's son fucking beating that shit? Bro, what the fuck? Another thing I wasn't going to talk about, but the more I hear about it, the crazier it gets.
Okay, like, I'll show it, but it's like...
It's fucked up. So wait, pause for context. So for context, guys, actually, you might know more than me if you want to talk about it, actually.
Yeah, essentially, this is Rampage Jackson's son, and Rampage Jackson is a professional, like, MMA guy, and he's kind of popular.
It's pretty funny.
This is his son. Yeah, he's a pretty fun guy, and this is his son. And essentially, there was like an altercation between him and the wrestler guy, but obviously the wrestler guy was faking it, because that's his job, is to stir up hype for the event, right? And so when you stir up hype for the event, it's kind of just like, oh, well, it's whatever, right? It's expected, He didn't take too kindly to that, because he has mental problems. This guy needs to be in like an insane asylum. Like, he has mental problems, like literal rage-induced mental issues that he needs medication for, 100%. That's all. Like, this guy needs to be inside of like a rubber room for like 10 years minimum. Like that's how crazy this guy is. So he goes up because he wants revenge, because he was insulted and disrespected, right? Even though it's part of the job. It's part of the fucking job. And so he goes up onto the fucking stage, and he picks him up, and the guy thinks it's just, it's wrestling, it's fake. He thinks it's just a part of the fucking gig. And he tosses him onto the fucking ground, and he's just like, oh, okay, well, this is part of the thing. And then he just starts fucking punching him, wailing on his ass. Like, punching him like over 20 times. The dude's unconscious at this point. He's still fucking punching him.
He was trying to kill him.
The dude's a psycho.
He was trying to kill him.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And
I'll play the video now.
Yeah. So if you guys, it goes on exactly how Braid just described it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he picks him up, fucking slams him.
Yeah, picks him up, throws him on a thing, starts punching him. At this point, he gets knocked out. He's just punching, not stopping. You see this guy notices that something's going on, is wrong, and he's trying to take him up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Oh, I don't have audio. Hold up.
So he thinks that because his opponent for the wrestling thing was pretending to disrespect him, that he was actually just like being an asshole to him, right? And he uses that as his like excuse to get like real fucking mad for no good reason. It's insane.
We're leaving, man. We're walking away, bro. Let's not take it serious. Let's go. Come on, Roger. Let's go.
And you see this guy's trying to de-escalate. Yeah, yes. Like he's probably going to jail.
The guy is currently in the hospital. It's pretty touch and go at the moment. Apparently he was choking on blood in his own teeth. It was pretty bad. Yeah. If you couldn't see the video, it's pretty savage. I mean, it's a wrestling match. It's supposed to be fake. He fucking picks him up, slams him down, and that looked like it was part of the program. And then all of a sudden, he just starts, like really punching him in the head, like it's an MMA fight. And it looked like the first or second punch kind of knocked him out, and he just keeps wailing on him. and the people are trying. I mean, I don't really think they tried hard enough to pull him off.
Yeah,
but
I don't think. Yeah, I think everyone's kind of just like in shock. You know what I
it's
mean?
fair. It's fair.
Yeah, like and this guy's like a military vet. He helps out disabled people. Like he's just an all around good dude. And like once again, it's part of the fucking job. It's wrestling. It's fake. They create fake drama to stir up views to get people to buy tickets to show up. People are morons. That's just how it is, right? And it's like here's Rampage Jackson himself talking about.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm a father, so you know I gotta have my son's back. But I'm gonna let justice, you know, play out, take its course. You know, ain't much I can do on that side, but be a father.
Dude, I'll say this.
I mean,
the guy seems so down to earth, and I've seen some clips of him. He's so normal. He's funny. He's not a roid out dude. So I respect what he said, where he's gonna let this play out. But like, man, his son should be in jail. He's currently out running around. That shit's fucked up. So I mean, it's very possible this guy ends up dying because of this.
I've heard he's in stable condition, so he's probably not going to be dead from it. But he is definitely fucked up from this entire incident.
Yeah.
He'll probably not be doing WWE anymore, unfortunately. Yeah,
I mean, hopefully no one platforms him again. I mean, this is crazy.
I don't think he's going to be able to be platformed because he will probably be in jail for a long time. Yeah, it's like if these kind of things happen when they're not being recorded, it's a little bit different because you can kind of sweep it under the rug. When it's recorded and it has a huge public audience that's seen it, it's very difficult for a judge to see something like this. And not only that, but the court of public opinion is now weighed in on it too.
Yeah.
This guy is going to be receiving a lot of time, either in an asylum or in jail.
Yeah, there was a lot of behind the scenes content of him saying, you know, that he was gonna fuck him up. You know, you disrespecting me, blah blah blah. And
yeah, it's premeditated.
Yeah, premeditated. Exactly. He was going in there with that, you know, that thought in his head that that's what he was going to do. So it's I don't know what's going through that guy's head. I think he does look like a psychopath a little bit. Not gonna lie, like dude looks just fucking kind of crazy, a little roided out.
Yeah. I think they will try to get him for like attempted murder in the first or second degree.
It's tough. So the problem is, I don't know what kind of contracts they're signing for the WE. It's possible, you know, they are signing something that says, "Oh, you might get hurt," blah blah blah. So it'll be a little tougher just because it's supposed to be an actual, even if it is a staged event. I don't really know. I don't know the legality of it. I'm just saying it's possible the sentence gets a little lighter just because they're technically shaking hands and engaging in combat. But yeah, I hope they throw the book at him because that shit's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. This guy needs to be on medication.
Yeah, it's fucked.
It is what it is.
That covers our news report for the week. Just want to say thank you to all our viewers. It's been super fun watching all the international numbers grow and our domestic numbers grow. Super cool. You have anything to end on?
Stay gaming.
Stay gaming.